This is a Headgum podcast.
Hey, buddy, did you miss the big news? The Doughboys are doing a comic book. That's right, Doughboys the comic book, Mitch and Weiger Chew America, Crisis on Infinite Girths is coming soon, and you can pre-order it right now at brkids.com. Each Doughboys comic comes with a toy pack that's a random Mitch or random Weiger. You don't get to choose, but you do get to choose what you want to do with it. Wink. These comics are legitimately the most excited we've been about something at Doughboys in a while. The writer, Alex Fearer, and the artist, Fred C. Stressing, have done an incredible job. I mean, just look at this thing. You can see some of these pages here. And hey, I know somebody who's already enjoying it. It's a really, really cool thing that exists, that you can own. And we'd love it if you would order yourself a copy. So go to brkids.com. Check out Doughboys, the comic book. We'll see you in the funny pages. The not-so-funny pages. I would gladly give all I have written to have composed something like the Hebrides Overture. This was Johannes Brahms, himself one of history's great composers, referencing the work of his fellow German romanticist, Felix Mendelssohn. While he passed away at the age of just 38, Mendelssohn left behind a towering musical library, although some of his early pieces are believed to have been composed by his sister, Fanny Mendelssohn, under an assumed name. And while Felix's best-known work is no doubt his 1842 Wedding March, still widely in use today, his most esteemed among classical music aficionados is the aforementioned Hebrides Overture, also known as Fingal's Hole, or Fingal's Cave in English. Inspired by Mendelssohn's visits to an actual archipelago and an actual hole, or cave, Scotland's inner and outer Hebrides comprise dozens of remote islands and are known for their singular beauty and history dating to Roman rule. And it wouldn't be the last time these isolated isles influenced a creative work, for it was her family's summers spent in the Scottish Hebrides that inspired British author Cressida Cowell to create her beloved young adult fantasy books about how to educate a wyvern. Cowell, for her part, does not seem to be a huge piece of shit, but you never know with these British fantasy authors. The terrain of her series' fictional Isle of Burke, where mountains coexist with grasslands, replicates the peaks and plains that made Mendelssohn's compositional feather pen flurry, and is as much a character in the franchise as the Viking named Hiccup, or the big fucking lizard named Toothless. Incidentally, the historically inaccurate trope of horned Viking helmets is itself attributed to another 19th century German composer, Richard Wagner, whose ring cycle opera stagings popularized the convention. The success of Cressida Cowell's books led to the wild success of a trilogy of DreamWorks animated adaptations in the 2010s. And this year the franchise comes to the real world, with a live-action film remake, a large-scale Isle of Burkeland at Universal Orlando's new Epic Universe Park, and, most consequential of all, a themed tie-in menu at a burger chain that is literal fast food royalty. One wishes Johannes Brahms was alive to witness it. This week on Doughboys, we return, once again, to Burger King for the How to Train Your Dragon menu. Welcome to Doughboys, the podcast about chain restaurants. I'm Tiger Weiger, along with my co-host, Manchester by the CPAP, the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell.
Hey, the CPAC has
been doing work for
not
you.
CPAC. The CPAC.
Yeah, no, check out Doughboys at CPAC, though. Gonna have some great guests. Ben Shapiro's hopping on.
He's actually a nice guy.
He's and also like he has some really strong opinions on Wendy's. So we'll get into it.
He wants Dave Thomas to be the he wants it to be called Dave's. Wags, have I not seen you since Massachusetts?
We have not. But I feel like you didn't finish your thought on the CPAP. The CPAP's been doing work for you.
Oh, CPAP's been doing work for me. I did have, when the tour ended, I had a little a relapse of brain fog, which was rough.
That's a little bit of a bummer.
The last 2 weeks almost now.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to blame Tor for that.
Could have been.
I think tour is a part of it. I mean, it's long COVID. I mean, I've talked about it before. I did Gabrus and Pally's podcast, Staying Alive, which is a great podcast. You should listen to it. But I've come to the terms that I have long COVID, basically. Right. And I've been dealing with it for like a year, which I always thought, which I think I said to you a year and a half ago, I thought that's what it was.
Well, yeah, you were hoping to get long COVID and that it would metastasize in your hog.
Long hogvid. I wish.
No, there's a thing you've been dealing with.
How is there not why is it always like the disease? I got like a debilitating cognitive disease.
Right.
So why not? Why can't there be something that just makes your hog grow big? Why is it always something bad? You know what I mean? If you get sick and you're like, I got big titties now, or like my hog is big, wouldn't that be nice?
I got hog grow fever. I got a big fucking fat, piece now.
Yeah. Why?
It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen. No. Instead, I feel like I feel like I'm in a coma, or I have a, what's the word when you're losing your mind? Dementia.
Right.
Dementia. So that's come back. So that was kind of depressing.
More chronic illnesses should be perks. I'm with you.
They really should. And also, no one even believes in long COVID, so that's another.
I don't think that's true.
Looking at you, Italian behind the table there. The Italian behind the table.
Yeah, I'm a little skeptical still.
Wags, you don't have long COVID, but Chef Kevin came into the kitchen earlier and
that's right.
Said, I just went to Vegas this weekend with a bunch of old Earwolf friends, and you went, wow, and then you left the kitchen. Like that was the end of his anecdote.
I thought that was the whole anecdote. That was self-contained. Then he had more to say?
Yeah, he had a lot more to say.
I'll catch up with him later.
You barely even...
love Chef Kevin.
We love Chef Kevin. Wags, I hadn't seen you, but we should talk a little bit before about your final. You had an afternoon in Quincy.
That's right. Let me shout out this roast real quick. Sure. Hi, here's a mediocre roast. Adam, a blem 321 on the dough scored. roastedbirdfuck.com. Yeah, we went out and you and me and Micus and Gabrus had a little outing.
That's
we
right.
tried some buffalo tendies.
And Wags, you might be a little Mitch-pilled now because I just want to say this.
Yeah,
a lot of people have given me crap over the years, and I'm like, buffalo fingers, they're a little bit different. Where I've had different ones in the Northeast, and people are like, "What are you talking about? You're an idiot." And I get it. I get that's the way how people feel about me. I don't care. People think I'm an idiot. I don't give a shit. Whatever. It's I've come to terms with the fact that people think I'm a fucking idiot.
People are always saying Mitch is dumb as fuck.
Yeah. So what do you want me to do? I mean, a part of it's your fault.
Forrest Gump looks like a scientist next to him. People are always saying things like this.
Gump does not look like a scientist next to me. Gump would only. Oh, by the way, we're crowning today.
We are crowning. The Doughboys are crowning. As you can see in the video feed, everyone in the studio is wearing the How to Train Your Dragon Burger King crowns, which have little horns on them.
It barely fits my head, but why?
You didn't flare your corns.
There we go. Now they're
flared. It
flared.
fits your head. I have it over my head and the headphones.
Emma, thanks for pointing that out. For such a big head, I'm still pretty dumb. I don't know what the issue is. My brain didn't fill up that space.
It's mostly skull, people say. They're always saying that.
Wags, I just want to say,
yeah,
you had some. We went to Fowler House, and so you had a taste of like what bar pizza was.
I had just a wonderful, leisurely like final day after the tour in Boston and Quincy. Gabrus and I took the train. We took the choo-choo all the way out.
No, you took the train. You took the T to Quincy Center.
The T. Well, it is a train, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying the T.
We took the T. We took the T to Quincy Center. We passed Wollaston, the stop where we went to a ceremony where your dad was in memory of your dad, which was really nice.
Right.
Yeah. But like I was like, I love just a city with a functional metro. It was great getting around.
I just want to say this.
Yeah.
You got off the train.
That's right.
You came to Fowler House and you tried some buffalo fingers and you said, I get it.
Yeah,
you and Gabrus both said, I get it.
We were both converts and we're both bone-in guys.
Yeah. You keep saying tenders, but I feel like the vernacular in New England is boneless wings.
Didn't I say boneless wings?
You said fingers a couple of times.
Buffalo fingers.
Yeah. So I feel like that's where people
boneless
get confused.
Buffalo wings. Boneless buffalo wings.
Boneless buffalo wings.
Boneless buffalo
like
wings.
A tender.
Yeah.
Boneless buffalo wings.
And you had them and you were you
Yeah.
agreed.
I call them tendies, and I thought those tendies were hitting.
Yeah, I don't like that.
We had some bone-in wings from Fowler House, too, and those were nice. And we
You
had some
guys
bar
like those.
pieces.
You said, "Well, you get mad at me. I like the bone-in wings more than the boneless buffalo wings."
Yeah.
I said, "I don't care," but you got what I was saying, that they are slightly different.
Yes.
So that
They
he
were
gets
good.
it.
I liked them.
You fucking assholes.
No, Mitch was right. They were good. Mitch, look, you have good taste in food.
Yeah, I was fucking right. You fucking dipshits.
Are people mad at you about this?
I don't know. I don't care.
You're tilting
either.
at
I don't care.
windmills.
I don't care anymore.
We had a lovely time. That was a lot of fun. We hung out with Micus. Then Amelia showed up. They call me Spillmonger, but I think that crown
Yeah.
now belongs to Amelia, who had the biggest spill I think I've ever witnessed
It
in a
was a
restaurant.
gigantic spill.
Spilled an entire cup of water immediately, and a bartender had to come over with a mop.
At least it was
Dude,
water.
I think every person
In the bar. Looked at you.
turned their head, and like multiple employees came over to mop up the mess.
I couldn't. It was a scenario where I didn't even help you. I just looked down in shame. I felt bad.
There was nothing to do.
It's
At
like one of
least
those.
it was water.
We took rags and napkins, and we all got to work.
It's one of those moments where we did all get to work. It was one of those moments where you're like, if I saw like a building on fire, what would I do? Or if there was like an active shooter, what would I do? Would I help? Would I join in with the active shooter?
Yeah.
And in this,
It might be me.
It might be Wags, and maybe I help you. And in this scenario, I found out that for when someone has a very embarrassing spill, I was not helpful at all. I put my head down and I didn't help you, and I was just embarrassed.
I think you're numb to it because you've been friends with me for so long. You've witnessed so many spills.
I've witnessed a lot of spills, but that was I saw it happening to you. You had two drinks. You used to, first of all, it was my water, I believe, that you took which was
No, it was mine, I think.
yes. Okay. So it was karma, which was what happened. But anyways, it was a huge spill. They had to put down a wet floor sign.
Yeah.
It was just a huge disaster. And Wise, another thing that happened on tour that we didn't touch on, but you and I were in the train station, and you bought Gabrus a nice little gift, a book.
Oh, that's right.
And then you bought me a book as well. In Gad We Trust is what you bought me. He bought me the Josh Gad autobiography, I guess.
I bought some train reading for everybody. I bought the book I'd wanted to read, The Anxious Generation, for myself. I bought the 4,000 Weeks, Meditation for Mortals for Gabrus. I might be conflating two different titles. It's the same author. I bought one of those books for Gabrus. Mm-hmm. And then, I was like, I got to get something for Mitch. So, yeah, maybe In Gad We Trust is how you beat the one book challenge this year.
In Gad We Trust, I now have in my property. Anyways, that was a lot of bullshit.
We also didn't I just wrote to touch on it real quick. I won't go into details. Micus is great. We had a great time with Micus. Micus told us like a half dozen insane stories.
Yes.
One of them was like the craziest thing I'd ever heard, like happened to an individual. And then
he might have been at a party on mushrooms and thought everyone was trying to fuck him. Is that the one you were talking about?
Well, I wasn't going to say the details.
Okay, yeah.
I don't want to get him in trouble.
There might have been a certain member of the Cleveland Cavaliers ownership group that was trying to fuck Micus, which I don't think was happening.
Anyway, he's saying that he's telling this insane story, and I was like, "Oh, this is something that happened in college or whatever." He's like, "Yeah, that happened like 2 weeks ago."
It was a fun day.
A lot of fun.
There were a lot of drinks, and we watched some NBA action. Wags.
That's right.
But what was I going to say? There was one. Oh, I went to Boston Calling, which is like a big music festival at Harvard, and Shieldsy works at Harvard.
Right.
Drives a Zamboni machine. He's in charge of a lot of stuff there, like what's it called? Like field management stuff, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But we went
more
there.
Like Fieldsy.
That's a very good point. We went there and we hung out with Shieldsy there. Saw Dave Matthews Band.
Cool.
I saw the Spin Doctors.
Wow.
And so this is just something that the Spin Doctors are playing. The big hit from
Two Princes.
Two Princes. So Two Princes, the big hit from the Spin Doctors.
Just go ahead now.
Just go if you want to call. I'm talking to our guest now because we have also wasted 10 minutes of her time. But if you want to call me baby, just go ahead now. Do you remember this song?
Is that
at
what
all
you were trying to see over here, the timer?
Yeah,
so you can know how much of our guest time you wasted?
It is close to 8 or 9 minutes. 10 minutes. We're at 10 minutes. 11 minutes of your wasted your time.
No.
But do you know? Just
no.
Two Princes. It was an early 90s song. I remember I was at Camp Fatima, not a fat camp, and that song was popular when I was like 11 or 12 years old. So I'm watching them. They're playing. The drummer is playing. They show him on the screen, and they show his set list. And that you see the set list is behind the drummer, and the last song on there. What do you think it is?
Two Princes, I'd imagine they close with.
Yeah, but the Spin Doctors put Two Pussies. This is true.
They swapped out Princes for Pussies as like an inside
Two Pussies.
joke.
I guess it's an inside joke, but I don't understand it.
Maybe because they're tired of playing it.
Maybe.
They've played it so much. They're like, we gotta like have some fun with this.
We gotta play Two Pussies for these fucking idiots.
I think that's what that seems like what it is.
Contempt for the audience.
Yes, it says Two Pussy. It said Two Pussies on the. I have a picture of it too, just to make sure that this isn't a bad bit that I'm doing. I guess. But yeah, it said two. I'm spitting everywhere. It said Two Pussies.
That's wild. Well, Mitch, we got our own business to get to. I know you got to play your pussy. I mean your drop.
I'm gonna hit him with the drop.
Incoming transmission.
UPC code 71921-14208.
Wow.
Just get that
Just say
one
two
type
pussies.
pizza out there. Let's get nationwide distribution. Chastise the Doughboys army.
Take
There's
that
something to
UPC
this.
code, put it on blast on social media.
Email groceries.
Yeah.
Go in with the numbers tattooed on your chest. Find a manager and yell at him. Tag Austin Powers. Tell your
$1 million.
local grocery store that the garlic bread pizza would make you feel very shagadelic.
Tell them that you want pizza to get in your belly. Get in my belly! We saw what the Doughboys army could do with the Capitol. Very good.
That's
Our buddy Griffin Newman there.
our buddy. I mean, he didn't make the drop.
This was an effort of, I believe, a failed effort to get a was it a DiGiorno's varietal? What was it?
Tombstone.
Right.
Tombstone varietal in nationwide distribution.
Hi, Dough fam. Griffin being on the podcast for the Chuck E. Cheese 2 episode reminded me of his previous call for getting the Tombstone garlic crust pizza back into grocery stores, resulting in the following drop. Shout out to Chicago Leah for the feedback in the Dough Scored, and thanks y'all for all the laughs. Cheers, Thomas.
Wow.
Let 10 tickles in the Dough Scored.
Thanks, Thomas. Drops at birdfuck.com.
Can I quickly just say on
Please.
top of that?
Yeah.
I showed you guys visual proof of the Two Pussies thing.
Yes, yeah.
And you both were like, yeah, it says that. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's just not a good story.
Well, it was a good story.
It's
I like
it's kind of interesting. I'm not saying it's like a great story to tell on the podcast, but it was kind of interesting. You have to admit that it was kind of interesting.
Mitch, we were talking about diseases that, like, give you big tits or a big hog. How about diseases gives you two
Two
pussies?
pussies.
Pretty good.
I don't know what the hell to do.
No, I don't know what to do with one of these things. I have a great guest on the podcast. Return to the show from Digman.
A girl with two pussies? Every dude's dream.
Imagine.
Dude.
Returning to the show from Digman, The Late Late Show, and her album Grandma's Girl. Her new podcast, Baby Goat, is available now. Andrea Jin is back. Hi, Andrea.
Hi.
Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We've loved having you on the show. It's been a little bit since we got you back in the main feed. And we were talking before the show that you lived in Vancouver.
Yes.
You mostly grew up there, yes?
Yeah, 15 years.
So here's
Vancouver's got an island. A lot of people from
There's
Vancouver
a Vancouver Island.
There's
yeah.
a Vancouver Island.
But it's not
We don't
Vancouver.
go much. It's not Vancouver. It's called Victoria.
People live on it, right?
Yeah, people live on it. Mostly students because there's a college there, and
Interesting.
Cool.
and old people because they retire there.
Oh.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
It's
the old and the
beautiful.
young. Are
Yeah.
all over there.
I know. It seems to be that way a lot in university towns. No,
Old
Or
and
college.
young.
college towns.
Is that true? Is that true about Ithaca?
But fucking all those college students seeing your fucking creep ass Paul Revere making your way across the Paul Revere. George Washington crossed the river.
I'm starting to believe in long COVID now.
Piece of shit.
Here's what I wanted to ask you, Andrea. Is
Paul Revere? Oh, whatever.
you're doing great.
Yeah.
You were in the same.
Two pussies. You remember?
We all like that. We
That
enjoyed
was
it.
good.
So we're talking Burger King today. Burger King
Uh-huh.
and Tim Hortons are the same corporate ownership.
They are?
Restaurant Brands International.
I
And
didn't know that.
I wanted to ask you.
You said that like very excitedly, like they are, but you don't really care that much, do you?
I care as much as two pussies. You know, like that's interesting.
So here's my question: as someone who, as a Vancouverite, is that the feminine? Do you have any Tim's thoughts?
Hate. Yeah, hate it
That's a very strong.
with everything in my body.
Really?
Yeah.
Even if someone's like, "Hey, we gotta grab a cup of coffee," and
Hate.
wow,
Nobody would say that. They wouldn't say we're gonna go to Tim Hortons for a cup of coffee.
All right, so I called bullshit on all of Canada when I was up there because they were like, we don't like it, but they're always so crowded and always people are
Everyone's
getting
going
stuff
there.
I don't know who's going there. I really don't know anyone personally that would go there.
We also, here's the other thing. I like Tim Hortons.
I
was
think you're
fine.
wrong.
It's kind
No,
of
you're wrong. You're both wrong. It's your long COVID. It's the long COVID part that likes it. Because I had it a lot in university. But I had it because it was the only option available on campus.
Right.
And then, but it's just sugar with like diarrhea. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like the coffee is.
Yeah.
And then the donuts are not what it used to be. They're different now.
Well, the enshittification wise of the
That's true. Yeah,
exactly.
We're kind of that place worldwide. Like everything is just kind of slowly degrading.
The Dunkin' thing is that they used to make donuts in house, and I'm sure the same thing happened with Tim Hortons, where they used to make donuts there, and then now they bring in donuts every morning from some.
Yeah,
it's like some factory that makes them, and then they bring them in.
Something bad happened, and it's just not. I mean, I never liked it. Even in university, I was like, why am I eating this? Like, I don't have to eat this.
Sure.
You know, but I was just doing it because everybody else around me was like, they were all like, "Oh, let's go there."
It sounds like you fell into the peer pressures of college.
I did, yeah. And then I stopped, and then all my friends stopped, and it's like we came out of this haze of like, "Oh, let's stop eating bullshit or drinking." You know,
we never really got out of that haze, Wags and I.
No, that's the problem. But to me, it feels like there's kind of a momentum, and what you were discussing is kind of the kind of thing I'm thinking of. There's an inertia to it just being everywhere where people just end up going there.
Yes.
And it's like going, like, I don't like Starbucks. Every time I'm at Starbucks, I'm like, this sucks. What am I doing here? But sometimes just like, well, I'm gonna grab a coffee. There's a Starbucks here. Fine. You know,
it's the only thing available.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Starbucks is worse than Tim Hortons.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Starbucks is bad.
No.
I think I agree with you.
Starbucks sucks. Yeah.
You're crazy.
And you know what? I'll sing it.
You're saying crazy.
Like Paul Revere, I'll say it from the back of my horse riding around, Wags. George Washington crossed the Potomac River.
Very good.
Oh.
And Paul Revere warned that the British were coming.
That's right.
Wow. You redeemed yourself.
Well, as a Canadian, you're a Canadian.
Yeah.
So, I mean, some of that is you know all those facts.
All
right?
of it is new information. Like, I don't know. Because I have never learned any of that in Canada.
Is this you're messing around?
No, I'm not.
Why
Like,
would they? Yeah,
American history was not taught to us.
Yeah, they don't need to get super granular with American history.
Paul Revere was, he was on the horse, and he said the British are coming was his big, that's his claim to fame.
I know that.
He was warning. Yeah. He warned, and then one if by land, two if by sea. Right, Wags? Isn't that the old?
Right. Yeah. And Mitch, I don't
know what that means. I think it was some sort of light that they shone.
I think that was the idea.
Yeah,
it was like where the attack was coming, but it's like and I don't know the answer either. I knew this at some point, and I unlearned it. Like, I don't know who Canada's first prime minister is. You know what I mean? It's like I don't actually know the date when Canada was founded or became fully independent. I don't know that sort of shit. We don't learn that here. I feel like they're actively not trying to teach you world history in America. Like, I feel like that's just like a thing I agree with you're specifically learning an American perspective on everything.
Yeah, you kind of got to do it on your own, which I'm not going to do. And George Washington, during the Revolutionary War, crossed the Potomac. Is that correct?
Sounds right.
And that was you crossing the channel into the island of college students was kind of what I was saying. You were like a creepy
I get it.
version of that. That's what I was trying to say.
You know, as far as river crossings go, I like the Rubicon.
What?
Crossing the Rubicon? That's a Caesar thing.
What?
Oh, Caesar.
And then
Yeah.
and you get to say crossing the Rubicon like as an expression.
That is nice.
Like
That
a
is
point of no
fun.
return, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's my favorite. I mean, Oregon Trail is some of my favorite river crossing. I'm trying to think of my favorite river crossings.
I like the Nile.
The Nile is
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always like, they have like concepts of what like ancient Egypt looked like, and it's kind of cool because it's more like
Colorful.
It's colorful. There's a lot more, foliage at this
Yeah.
time.
They also like, I guess the Greek statues, all these marble things that are like, preserved, and then they're white as we know them.
Mm.
They used to be painted.
Yeah,
and they
they
actually
all
looked
had
really
color.
gaudy,
Yeah.
which is really
Oh,
weird to
that's
think about.
yeah, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like,
Yeah.
they look like clowns, basically.
I know. Yeah. Everything had color. It just lost its color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you're showing if you're doing like a Roman drama or something like that, you'll show all these like old marble statues, but that's not what it was actually. What you're actually looking at.
Yeah.
It's just like what we think of as the Roman pastiche.
How do you think they made some of that stuff? The
How?
pyramids and so on. What do you think?
I don't know.
I mean,
That ancient engineering is amazing.
do you think it was just? Are you not an ancient aliens guy?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't necessarily believe in the Stargate theory. I think a lot of it is just like you can do so much with forced labor. I think that was the grim
Good
reality
point.
of it.
Yeah.
Of just they were just forcing people to die en masse in these these massive physical tasks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lifelong projects.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the forced labor thing, just to be clear. I just want to make it clear that we don't agree with it. But those pyramids look pretty good.
They are cool as hell.
The pyramids look cool.
Oh, wait, let's go back to Tim's adjacent.
Yeah.
So you don't like Tim Hortons, but like, where do you stand on like coffees and donuts and in general?
I love donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a
I'll
favorite?
find a donut. I'll find one.
You'll find one.
I'll make my way to a donut for sure. I've been this has been popping up for me recently. It's been pissing me off. I'll suggest a donut sometimes,
Yeah.
and someone will tell me, whoever is in the group or they're there, they'll be like, "I'm not a donut person."
Mm.
That's weird.
That's been popping up for more than one person that I've encountered.
That's
Donuts,
just.
donuts I think are among my favorite treats.
Yeah, me too.
I think if you're truly not a donut person, there's something weird with you because like everyone likes to eat a donut.
I know.
I understand being like I can't eat a donut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I
I'm
shouldn't
too
eat
full.
a donut. I'm
Tell
too
me
full.
if you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Say you shouldn't, or I need to be good, or like it's fried,
Yeah,
whatever.
sure.
Yeah.
But don't say you're not a donut person.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, not a donut person. Emma, Amelia, donut people?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you seem a little lukewarm on donuts.
Yeah.
I could see myself being one of those people who
What the
says I'm not a
fuck?
donut person.
I
Really?
definitely think I have to be in the mood for it because it's like so much.
Yeah, sure.
It's like a sweet treat, like a dessert type thing.
But
But
it's-
I'm never. If someone's like, "Do you want a donut?" I'm not gonna be like, "No."
What's
Yeah.
going on with you today? I don't
Yeah.
like it. I don't like what the fuck's happening with
No,
you.
what the fuck? What the
Don't
fuck?
worry about it.
What the fuck's happening here?
What treats would you rank over donut?
Ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream number one for
No.
me. Ice cream number one
ice
for
cream
me.
is
No.
also.
No, I
agree
number
with you there.
one.
No.
You don't like ice cream?
I don't like people that pick ice cream first.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You're in trouble because you got one here.
Yeah. Shots fired.
First
Two
and
back
foremost,
here.
ice cream.
Yeah, number one for me.
It doesn't stay solid.
That's the point.
So you gotta eat it.
And
Wait a minute, that's the point?
Yeah.
Why is that the point?
Is that the point?
Yeah.
It's
That's what
good
makes
that
ice cream.
No, I want it to be intact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do you want to
I
be able
love
to
ice
eat it at
cream.
your leisure a little bit more?
Yeah, and
There's a ticking clock with ice cream.
I don't like the ticking clock. It's so much pressure.
Right.
Like, what if I want a little bit and then later,
Right.
This is hard for me because we were talking about donuts and then we were like, are donuts better than cake? Remember we had this conversation?
Yes.
And I was like, oh my God, are donuts better than cake? And I was like, I guess I've enjoyed donuts more in my life than I have cake.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, I guess donuts are better than cake, but I'm not like eating either of them a lot. I'm not eating cake or donuts a
But
lot
if
of
it's your birthday and someone's like, "Do you want a cake or donuts?"
You do want
want
cake,
cake.
but that's so specific
Yeah,
to
it's
your birthday.
situational.
Yeah.
It's situational.
Ice cream cake.
Well, my
There
beef
you
with
go.
ice cream is that it's a liquid. I don't see liquids as dessert.
Interesting.
or food.
Ice cream is a liquid that just is solidified.
Yeah, it's a frozen liquid. No, you got us there.
But the second it enters your face, it's like it's liquid.
You don't like the textural change.
You're winning me over a little bit on this. I kind of get what you're saying.
It's the texture change. I think texture is huge for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact the lack of texture, it pissed me off.
Okay, so where are donuts in your dessert hierarchy?
Donuts are maybe like second.
What do you put one?
Pie.
Cookie?
Some kind of like chocolatey thing. Anything with chocolate in it.
I'm a big chocolate fan too. But
like a brownie, like a
cookies
chocolate bar?
to me, but cookies are below donuts and cake.
Yeah, cookies are below.
Yeah.
Cookies below donuts.
I think so.
I might put cookies above donuts.
You're a big cookie. You're a big cookie.
I'm a cookie guy, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
cookies are really good.
Yeah. They are. Look, they're all good.
We like cookies.
We
They're
look
all
good.
good.
I like when they're so melted, you know?
Oh, hold on a second. What? You don't like ice cream because it's... now I'm confused.
As I said it, I realized. But...
You like a mushy cookie.
Yes, but it's hot.
Yes.
It's been warmed up a little bit. The chocolate chips are melting.
And
like
it's
an
not...
gooey cookie.
Yes,
I
a
get what
gooey
you're
cookie that's not liquid. But
like
ice cream is cold.
Yes.
And it's actually just water.
I am a mushy cookie fan. I like a hot, gooey, mushy cookie.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I want it to still has to hold shape.
The edges.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
This brings me to the nexus of ooey gooey, so soft and chewy, warm cookie, which is, and ice cream, which you don't like, which is the BJ's Pizookie. Have you had a Pizookie?
What's that pan?
It's a big, it's a fucking big ass cookie, and it's hot as fuck. And then they put a scoop of ice cream on the middle.
You know what?
It melts over the top.
I'll tolerate the ice cream for that.
In that context, I think you'd like it.
I do.
Yeah.
But I could do without the ice cream.
Interesting.
It would be fine. It would be.
Actually,
it would be no
you
problem.
are now wrong here.
It would be no problem for me. Oh, I'm wrong.
Well, sorry. I mean, you're right. You're entitled to your own opinions.
No, tell me why. It's because it's the contrast that I'm missing out on.
I think
contrast is part of the fun.
But you know what I'll do in substitute for the ice cream?
Yeah.
I'll do a glass of milk.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Do you want a mushy cookie with a glass of milk?
That's nice.
I'd be interested in your take on the Pizookie if you ever find yourself eating one, because it's like I think yes, just the cookie bits on their own are good, and I think you'd like. But I wonder if just having the contrast of the ice cream would wake it up a little bit.
I'll do it.
Yeah, seek it out.
I'll do it.
You don't have to do it.
I mean,
I'm gonna do it. I'll do it. I'll do it after this.
You generally don't have
right
to do
away.
No, you do not have to do that. We're not talking cookies today anymore.
No, we're not.
Oh yeah.
Or donuts.
No, quite the opposite.
Donuts to me is, I mean, like, I don't eat donuts as a breakfast item anymore. It is so much of like a treat, I guess, more so, or a breakfast dessert, which I think it's fun being a breakfast dessert.
Yeah,
muffins
I agree.
still pass the test for me. I'm like, even if it's a chocolate chip muffin, I'm like, okay, it's like but it still counts as a breakfast thing for me in a way. I mean, it's very much like cake still.
I can't start my day with sugar anymore.
Sure.
It just sets me up for failure. But like, what's your typical breakfast?
I'll do eggs.
Okay.
Cucumbers.
Hey, there you go.
And then what's a peach? An in-season...
Eggs, cucumbers, and a peach.
Yeah, like an in-season fruit of some kind. And
it sounds good, honestly.
And then
it doesn't. Eggs, cucumber, and a peach? I mean, it doesn't sound good.
Sound good? Wait, and then
You're not mixing them together. You're having some scrambled
separate
eggs
on a plate. Yeah. It's not together.
Okay.
Scrambled
Did you
eggs,
think
maybe some
it was
sliced
like-
cucumbers. No, you're not making an omelet.
It's still as strange as a trio, I guess you could say.
I think it's just whatever I can muster up. Because I can't mix things. Like, I'm not cooking, you know?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm just assembling some foods.
I'm
that
an
are
eggy. I like my
around.
eggies. I'm an eggy boy. I give me a nice eggy breakfast.
That's like some eggs this morning.
How is it cooked?
I always go. Look, I think people shy away from it more as they become adults, but I still do love a good scrambled egg. I feel like over easy or a fried egg or something. I love those too, but my mom makes a great scrambled egg, and I had them when I was home, and I can't help it. A nice fluffy scrambled egg, Wags.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'll whip up oftentimes like a 2-egg omelet for myself and just put a little cheese in that bad boy, and then I'll have that with some greens or some fresh berries or something.
Yeah.
So it's in adjacent territory to cucumber and peach.
Yeah, but I got shit on.
Sliced cucumber next to eggs seem like I would throw them away. Like it seems like a garnish.
If someone presented you with that, you're like,
I would be confused.
You would slap it out of their hand.
Yes, I mean, I would not. If you gave me eggs, scrambled eggs, and then sliced cucumber, I'd be like, this sucks. I mean, wouldn't most people?
Sucks. Yeah.
You're not sure?
I think I'd be a little surprised because I don't usually see those elements paired, but I think I would hey, I could see this working.
If they were in separate piles on the plate, sure. But if it's
separate
like mixed
pile.
together in a bowl, then like no, I'd probably be like, this is odd.
I'm not mixing I'm not mixing it. And then I'll find a bread of some kind.
I just want to say that I was at the Fable this last just yesterday shooting Casey's movie.
Woo!
And I was like, when's the last time I was here? And the answer was your piss party.
My piss party.
There was a piss party?
Amelia had a piss-themed party.
My credit card is still behind that bar from Casey's birthday party in January.
Oh my God. Emma, what the fuck are you doing?
I never went and picked it up. I've just been using my Apple Pay.
What?
Do they still have it?
Yeah, I don't know. I should go find out.
I mean, it's still, if your Apple Pay is working, it means that it's
Card's
still
active.
Card is still active.
Wow.
I could have gotten it for you. I was
know.
there.
Yeah, I should have had you grab it for me.
Wow.
That's like I've never heard of you being irresponsible.
It's literally so
very
dumb.
out of character.
I tried calling. They don't have a phone, and they don't open till 5. And every day that I've thought about it, I'm like, I don't feel like going to a bar right now, so I just haven't gotten it yet.
Oh my
Former
God.
bartender yourself, thank you for your service. You must have had situations where someone would leave a credit card and it would just be behind the bar.
Yeah,
forever.
and at the end of the night, you just run it and you charge 20% tip automatically on whatever tab it was opened on, and then we just held on to them until I guess they got thrown away eventually if nobody came and claimed them. We also had a drawer of IDs that we had confiscated, so I got my first fake ID.
Wow.
I would say for you, I think the 6-month throwaway thing is probably close to happening.
Almost gone.
It's got to be close to happening.
I should go get it. It's going to be in the trash soon.
Yeah.
There's another that's another like quirk of the American restaurant industry, right? Because in Canada, one thing I liked up there when we were up in Toronto for Toronto Dough is they have the machine.
Yeah,
right?
we have a machine.
Yeah, and you do that with at a bar too, right?
Everywhere. We have machine everywhere.
I've also worked at bars where you just swipe the card, it puts it on the tab, and then you hand it back to the person so that at the end of the night, if they haven't closed out, you can just run the card on file, but they also get to take their card, which I wish they had done in this situation because I just walked out without it. I forgot.
I mean, your card is definitely a card could get shredded and you can still have the information and use it.
Yeah,
that card is
I
gone.
should probably get a new one.
That card is gone.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, I'm gonna go ask. They're gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? At Casey's birthday next January, I'll ask.
You've been using the same. Is this a credit card or a debit card?
Yeah, it's an Amex card.
Okay, it's at least a credit card.
Yeah, it's a credit card.
Yeah, I think you gotta cancel this card and get a new one.
I'm just happy to know that every member of the Doughboys media is a fucking idiot in some way or another.
Wait, also, Emma, this is the second card you lost. You lost one at the Red
I
Lion.
lost one at the Red Lion. Remember when the Red Lion lost my card? Do you remember this?
Oh,
at
no.
that bar, you were there that night. They ran my card and then they dropped it
That was
somewhere
where
behind the bar.
the Jersey fantasy rider guy was.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that
the
was
crazy
a
drunk
very
lady.
He's like, I
fun.
fucking love The Hobbit.
That guy was a lot of fun.
But that night, the bartenders dropped my card behind like a refrigerator or something, and they could not get it back, and
Right.
they felt so bad they just kept giving me free tequila shots.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Was that a Doughboys card?
No, it was the same
It was
card.
your card. Oh my God.
Then I replaced it and I left it at the Fable.
Then maybe that card is like a little cockroach. It will be fine. It's at the
it'll
Fable
come back
right
to
now.
me someday.
Jersey Fantasy Guy sounds like a Comedy Bang Bang character.
You should maybe I'll steal that. I'll never be asked to do that show. I like that you
Brandon Sanderson, Madon.
We ran an ad for them literally last week.
I like Amelia. I like you clutching your pearls when I said everyone who works for us is a fucking idiot. When we were talking about your piss party just moments before.
You had a piss
It was
party.
fun.
It was a very fun party.
It was a piss-themed birthday party. I didn't go, but
Not a surprise.
but my understanding is that you had a jug of piss you were carrying around.
That is correct.
And also there was a urinal
The
cake.
cake was shaped
Urinal
like a urinal
cake.
cake.
Yeah, that
Urinal
okay. Yeah.
cake.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What did the people
Yeah.
working there think of
They
this?
loved it.
They loved
I
it.
had my birthday again the next year, and they were like, "Piss girl's back."
Yeah.
Wow.
So she can get my card back, no problem.
She was, Andrew
What was
asked
the
whose
theme that-
piss was
what's
it,
the-
and to answer your question, she was carrying around
It
one of
was-
those things that you piss at in hospitals.
Yes, my friend who works at Cedar Sinai brought a
It's like a bedpan kind of.
yeah, like a not a catheter.
It's like a bottle.
Just
A
a
bottle,
bottle.
yeah. For urine, but it was just water and food coloring, so I was
Got it.
very hydrated that night.
Oh.
And I was like, that's a new one, right? And you're like, yeah, I think so. And I was like,
She was like, it was wet
All
when
right.
she handed it to me. I think it was
Oh no.
Anyway,
oh boy.
Where do you, okay, we're talking burgers today. Well, where
Yes.
do you stand on burgers?
I love
Do you have-
a burger.
Do you have a perfect, like, kind of like a platonic ideal of how a burger would be assembled? What components you
Yes.
want to see on it?
Yeah, I want a soft brioche bun,
Okay.
sauce, a lot of sauce, lettuce, crispy, tomato, pickles, grilled onions, very thin patty, 2 thin patties,
hmm
and then lots of sauce, and then the other bun.
So you're like to me, it sounds like you're kind of maybe
Cheese.
like
Forgot cheese.
cheese is a key component, but
Yeah.
but I feel like you're
American
describing
cheese,
maybe
of
kind of
course.
like the
Yeah.
the
Yes.
smash burger sort of when you're talking about
Yeah.
those thin patties.
Very thin.
No,
I hate a thick patty.
because what that brings me to is maybe to me the highest quality in all of fast food is a Canadian chain, A&W Canada.
I love A&W.
They feel like they have a little bit of a thicker patty.
It's thin enough
It's thin enough
that I'm
yeah.
okay with it.
Right.
I did the thick patty at what's it called again?
A&W Canada.
Oh wait, that's what what was the other one we went to?
Oh, the I know what you're talking about. The other burger. Well, the burger that's owned by the place that does Swiss
Yeah,
chalet.
what's the burger place where Harvey's?
Harvey's? Yeah.
Oh.
Where they make your burger like on a line. And I did a thick burger there, and the woman behind the counter was like, "It tastes like worms."
Yeah.
And I think she was kind of right. It's like a thicker patty.
Oh.
And the lady behind the counter was like, I was like, what do you like more? Like, what do you like better, the thicker patty or like the regular patty? She's like, I think the thick patty tastes like worms. I like a thinner. I don't need
Yeah.
a big, especially with a fast food burger. A&W, we're both on board with.
Yeah.
We both
love
like the
A&W.
teen burger. Just
Love
to
the teen
say
burger.
Great
Yeah.
team burger.
it, the teen burger is a lot of fun. And the one we got there, remember we had the
Ruffles Crunch burger was
Ruffles Crunch
fucking great.
Teen burger.
Oh,
was
I don't
delightful.
even. That's a limited one.
Yeah, it was an
Yeah.
LTO.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
You missed out. You missed out.
Fuck.
Yeah, sorry.
Should've went back.
That level of thickness in the patty is decent. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think there was a trend in just restaurants where they would have burgers with the really thick Angus beef or something.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
And that I hated.
Yeah.
Too
I've
much.
always hated that type of burger at a
Unga
restaurant.
pachka. A little-
Yeah.
I've had a good thick burger. It just is, it depends on where you are and what you're getting. In fast food, I don't need it.
I agree with what Andrea's saying. Is just like if you're getting 2 patties, I'm sorry. If I want more meat, I'd rather that it'd be spread across 2 different patties rather than one big
Yes.
orb of meat.
Yeah, because it's a lot of meat with just dry meat.
Right.
It's a lot of no sauce going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I had a fucking great cheeseburger last night. It was so fucking good.
From where?
I went to just a restaurant near where we live, but like it was like I went and saw we have our Final Reckoning episode,
Mm.
which we're going to record after this. But I went and saw Final Reckoning again, and then I just got a fucking cheeseburger. It was just hitting so hard.
Wow.
It's like I was like perfectly like I ordered it medium and like
Wow.
came like
Is the place I went? I won't dox you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But it was
yeah.
the place we went together.
yeah I went there before. Yeah,
Wow.
lovely time.
Mhm.
Great.
Okay.
It's one of those meals that was just hitting. But yeah, you have like a really good cheeseburger. It's like, fuck, is this the best food? Is this as good as food gets?
It's so good.
Yeah.
But I don't like that Americans, you guys do rare burgers.
Oh,
We cook it
interesting.
all the way
Yeah.
in Canada.
Mhm.
I'd much rather have like a medium burger with some pink in it than like well done. Like
This
that
is-
to me
this
is
is-
usually charred to a crisp.
I ran into this issue in Canada. Is that they cook meat? Stuff gets. Your meat is more likely to get overcooked there, and it was
Yeah.
I was like, can I get medium rare? And it was like more close to like medium well.
Is
And I
that
was not happy about it. I wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. They cook.
I'm the reverse of you. Here, I'll ask for medium, and they give me medium rare, and I get upset.
Wow.
That's it is here. It's that sort of thing of a lot of burger places. Like a lot of fast food burger places. That's not an issue because they're going to be gray or cooked all the way through. Like you're like a Burger King. You're never. Burger King, McDonald's is never.
I love that.
It's never an issue. I mean, like honestly, anywhere, like even In-N-Out Burger or something like that, right? There's like no places where you're gonna.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
If you get a more rare burger, it's something is wrong.
Oh my god.
But anywhere else, any restaurant you go to, they're gonna cook it less. And in fact, it was an issue at Hard Rock when we were in New York. It was undercooked.
100%. But are you
Planet Hollywood?
Planet
Hollywood, same difference. Same shitty.
I knew exactly what you meant, and I did not correct you because it just sounded right to me. But yes, you're right. It was Planet Hollywood.
Planet Hollywood.
But like, wait, does that apply to like all like any sort of beef preparation? You want to go well done, medium well?
Yeah.
Even with a steak?
Steak, yeah.
Wow.
I just don't trust. I don't know, but especially ground beef.
Yeah, sure.
Because I think I watched too many food documentaries in high school. They showed us a lot in high school.
Wait, really?
Yeah. It's a big part of Canadian education. I don't know.
What the fuck is going on up there?
Canadian public schools are showing you like scare videos about food safety?
Yeah, we watched like Super Size Me and like the one where they mistreat cows and stuff.
Wow.
Super Size Me was bullshit.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
rest in peace, Morgan Spurlock. But that was one that was.
I don't even remember what it's about, but it
was about an alcoholic pretending McDonald's is bad for you. I mean, which it is bad for you.
Yeah. But the cow one really stuck with me, where the ground beef is just like not safely. Yeah.
See, this is something that's totally at odds with American public education because they would never do anything to discourage you from like eating or consuming. And it's they're pretending that everything is fine.
We got a lot of beef propaganda.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. No.
Wow. So that put you towards like now I'm really conscious about things being sanitary and.
At least meat, yeah.
Right. Wise, I think I texted you about this. It wasn't multiple times when I got beef in Canada, it was overcooked, and it's the truth. Like I went to we had like a cast dinner at a place too, and it was like medium rare again. It was cooked all the way through. It happened to me like 5 different times when I ate beef up there. I think it just is. I think it's an issue. I think it's a Canadian issue.
For it way
like rare
like
or something.
Blue.
Yeah.
Don't come back medium.
Yeah, that's wild.
We got to talk to some more Canadians about this. I'm curious about this, Trey.
Yeah.
Well, I think that also comes from Chinese, though.
Oh, okay, sure.
Interesting.
There's a bit of it that's China, but then I think most of it is Canada.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my Canadian friends are like that too.
Wow.
Yeah. Where burgers, we're not having anything other than well done.
Sure.
Yeah.
And if you have if you're like stir frying like meat, you cook it through. It's not you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not like.
But my grandma does this thing. Actually, I just remembered when she makes dumplings and it's pork. She's making the filling and it's raw. She'll taste some.
Raw pork.
So she'll just have
pork
raw
is
pork.
Is the one
that's wild.
The raw pork is the one that you should always have the most cooked.
I know, and she's doing that, and I'm realizing, wait. That's crazy that she does that.
Some people are just machines, and also I think so much of it is how fresh the meat is a lot of the time, right?
It's not fresh. It's from like a supermarket.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, she doesn't have like a pork hookup or anything. She just has the supermarket, and then she's trusting it. Oh God,
she probably has iron. Yeah, you should just tell her to stop. But she must have iron insides at this point in her life to continue to do it.
I hope so, or it's just like killing her.
No, I mean I don't think so.
She's okay. Yeah, but my grandpa's healthier than her though. Well, and he doesn't do that.
You talked about because you lived on a farm, right? At some point.
Yeah, I did.
Was it which side of your family was it?
It was my mom's side.
Your mom's side.
My
okay, so
grandparents,
is this not?
It's the same.
It's the same grandma. Okay, all right. See that to me is.
Yeah, they're farm people.
They're farm
people. They're
people.
okay with the raw.
Are they still on the farm?
No. We moved out of the farm.
Yeah.
God.
This was largely a COVID thing, right? I remember you telling us about this on the podcast before.
And the farm failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a forever thing, but it failed. Yeah. Yeah. So it became a COVID thing.
Right.
And it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
It was meant to last forever.
But you don't realize that it's like starting a business. There's financial risk involved with like having your own farm. It just might not work out.
Yeah.
What exactly did you sell? Like
we sold we had blueberries on the farm, but we kind of neglected them.
Okay.
And it was like my mom just did weed in the garage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She grew weed in the garage. Yeah. And then my grandparents were really focused on the farm animals.
Yeah.
So we got geese and chickens, and we wanted to get a cow, but the farm failed before we could get the cow.
Now, what I remember from when we had you on previously and we talked about this, and I'm not sure if I will deliver it verbatim how you told us, but it's a line that has stuck with me from the podcast, which is you said we had a rooster, but we had to kill it because it kept kicking the shit out of my grandpa.
It did. It kept kicking the shit out of my grandpa. My grandpa had giant bruises on him. I found the pictures of it on my laptop recently. I was shocked. I was like, whoa, we let this happen? This is elder abuse. This is elder abuse on me because I'm letting these chickens fuck my grandpa up. But we killed them, and it was really crazy.
A chicken will just
really
kick
crazy.
a man. They'll just
Oh yeah, like fly kick.
That's
like
crazy.
A fly kick. Like they can fly a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they try. They definitely try, and then they'll fly and kick my grandpa, and my grandpa. All he's doing is just trying to feed the hens. Because
Can I just respectfully say something?
Yes.
This farm seems like a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Your grandma's eating raw meat. She's trying raw pork. Your grandpa's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Your mom is growing weed in there. The blueberries, which is a big attraction, you're neglecting them.
Dying.
You're saying, what the hell?
Dying.
What was going on here?
All the blueberries were dead by the time we sold it, but we sold at a profit.
There you
Somehow,
go. I love that.
There's like shit everywhere. There's poo. Because all these animals poo so much. They're pooing.
I thought you were making a distinction. There's shit everywhere. There's poo.
Craps all over the place.
Yeah,
dumps flying around.
We got this giant dog. We have this giant dog that just pooed everywhere, and then the chickens.
Oh, was a dog that was doing
this? There was a dog was pooing everywhere, and then the chickens were pooing everywhere, and then we had geese. Duck. Oh, we had ducks. The duck poo is so disgusting. Duck poo is really bad.
Man.
But duck eggs are very good, so that's why we had the ducks.
You're duck eggs. I've never had. I don't know if I must have tried.
Yeah, you've had duck eggs.
I feel like
I'm sure I have. You reminded me of the old dog. I have a movie pitch.
Go for
it. I think you'll like it. The Adventures of Young Yeller.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
So like old Yeller,
yeah, right.
And then young Yeller, like you get to see like old Yeller's like a horny young dog.
Yeah, sure.
And then like maybe the guy tries to take him around the barn, but the young Yeller fucking, turns the tables on him or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Starts humping.
Yeah, starts humping his leg, and the guy accidentally shoots himself.
Oh, horrible
That's
death.
so funny. and then he poos.
And then he shits. Yeah. And then they sell it. They sell that farm for a profit.
For a profit. A family comes in, we'll take it. It's my family. Yeah.
So it seems like the farm was a wild.
It was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It was a piece of shit. And then what was I doing? Yeah, I was like helping my mom with the weed, but I didn't know what I was doing.
Did your mom like weed before she was growing it, or was like a thing just to do for money?
No, she thought it was like a cash cow. Yeah.
She's probably right, but I think that now it's illegal so everywhere that I feel like it's harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was wrong. Like the prices went down, and it's legal. I don't understand why she thought it would be. And then we didn't know anything. We had to buy so many machines. I was spraying like W40 on stuff.
On weed?
On the weed by accident. by accident. I didn't know that you can't.
We should maybe cut some of this out just for liability reasons.
Well, that's already gone. That's long. This was like so many years ago. That weed has been smoked by someone. I don't know who.
I feel like there's a lot of there's movies like this, like the anime Only Yesterday. There's like the games like Stardew Valley, which are like the agrarian fantasy of like escaping from the toil of everyday life and going out to the country and having a farm, and it's this beautiful rural experience. But like the reality of it is that it can also have its own its own pitfalls.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's just poop everywhere.
Right.
And then dirt all the time. And then there's no internet. And I guess that's fine. It's fine for a little bit. But complete silence? Like when you step outside, it's just darkness and complete silence. And it's I guess it's nice, but it's very eerie, especially when there are old people around.
I like the silence.
Not that old people are. I mean, like in cases of emergency.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure. I get what you're saying. That makes sense.
I like the silence and I like the darkness. Those are pluses for me. The poop, I was like kind of
Put
like
that on your tombstone. I like the silence. And I like the darkness.
I'm in heaven. The all the shit like I'm less keen about, but I'm also like
I don't like all the shit.
I can handle shit. But then you said dirt, and I was like, fuck, I guess I really don't like dirt. Dirt's dirt's annoying.
It's a lot of dirt. And
you know what usually
being
annoys me more
dusty.
than dirt is shit. Is the worst one.
Shit is worse. But I was I can understand that this is kind of the price for entry. It's like, hey, I'm gonna have a bunch of farm animals. They're gonna shit. I'm gonna have to take care of that. That's fine. I'm gonna process it into fertilizer or whatever the fuck.
But you can also have areas of your farm that are grassy and a grassy knoll.
Grass is nice, but it would be. But it feels like some dirt is inevitable.
And you know
I'm
what?
not crazy about dirt.
The bugs.
Bugs are a problem.
The bugs are
big time.
always
That's an
trying
issue for
to
me.
fuck you.
Yeah.
Every bug is trying to fuck you in some way. They're trying to fuck the blueberries. They're trying to fuck the crops. You also. They're trying to fuck you. They're trying to get in the house and make everything terrible. And so you need to spray, and it takes forever to spray all these blueberries,
Right.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say and you want you have the idea of I'll do it in an organic way. It'll be healthy, but then it's such a pain in the ass. You end up buying Roundup. You buy some horrible toxic chemicals just to deal with all the infestations.
There was when I was home, there was a carpenter ant in my bed. I told you this.
Yeah.
Whoa.
In Quincy, and for me, growing up, I never saw cockroaches in Quincy ever. I just didn't. And I think it's I think it's a temperature thing. In the city, in Boston, I'm sure you see them, but. There was a pretty big fat carpenter ant, and it was so big, and I killed it. And I told you I felt bad. It was such a big ant. It felt like I had a soul. I felt bad. I felt bad killing it. I really did. And it was just such a reaction where I was like, ugh, and I killed it. And then I felt so sad afterwards because it was a big enough thing that I was like, that's a creature.
He was in the middle of a kid's movie. He was in the middle of an adventure.
And I stomped him out.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I saw the biggest moth I've ever seen in my life on the farm.
That's disgusting.
That's so gross.
Moths are pretty nasty.
Like palm size? Like how big?
Like the size of a gerbil.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're kind of making like an orb that it's not quite a basketball, but maybe like a soccer ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
When you can feel with the moths too, it's they're carpety. You know what I mean? The fact that you can feel their textures.
Ew.
That is disgusting to me. I'm not a moth. I kill. There's little moths in my house, and I kill them with abandon. But that big ant, I felt bad for. It might just have some sort of soul or something. I felt bad.
I'm with you.
Interesting.
I try not to kill bugs anymore, unless they're a threat to my. If I see a spider. And I'm like, that spider is probably a threat to my cats. Then I'll kill the spider. And spiders are good normally.
Cats are very good at they catch.
They catch things.
Very nimble.
There's some black widows that have been around my house before. So I always just get paranoid with it. If there's a spider in the house, I don't want my cats to get bit by them. That's all I'm afraid of. So
I'll kill any bug. I don't care.
I brought it up on the text chain, and I think Emma, I think both of you said I don't give a fuck about bugs. Right?
Bugs in my bed, fuck off. No, that's my space.
No,
I'm gonna
outside.
Kill that.
I'll kill bugs outside.
Well, you don't have to. You don't got to do that.
You don't have to do
You don't have to do it.
No, it's out of habit these days. Out of hatred too, because of being on the farm. Because I'm just like, oh man, they fucked with me too much. I gotta I want to eliminate the species. You know, that's how I feel about. I'm killing them outside.
Have you ever seen Starship Troopers?
No.
They should watch it.
It's all about killing bugs.
It's about killing bugs.
You know what? My grandpa has a war with rats.
Oh, sure.
Rats. He started to kill rats outside of our home.
This is you. I don't know why you and your grandpa have taken it to the streets against these
a vendetta.
Yeah,
because he's just that angered by
vermin. He's not a fan of vermin
because they fucked with him quite a bit.
My mom's house
is
my mom's house right now is getting fucked with by mice, and I want to get her. She should get a cat or something for the house. It would be
cute.
helpful. Yeah.
That would be nice. That's a nice way to
help with it. They do. They really do. They catch those bad boys.
Jemmy used to hunt all the rats in the barn at the farm she was at before I had her.
Oh,
she would catch the rats and bring them to the other dogs.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't it so but we're having all these conversations, and obviously we're going to talk about a bunch of meat that we ate. But it's always just like oh, Jemmy's so what a cute good girl. We love Jemmy, but then Jemmy's killing a bunch of rats who also had souls. Jemmy's a fucking murderer.
Jemmy, look at his face, little fucking soul destroyer face.
He's making a face that looks like so what.
She's like, and I ate those rats. They were delicious.
Yeah. That is wild.
Wow.
She just eats the rats.
I've seen her she picked up a dead squirrel in the woods once. Like, we were just like, I wonder what she'll do. It was just like, it had clearly just been hit by a car or something big recently. And she just like picked it up and started walking away like, this is my lunch. And I was like, no, put it down. That's disgusting. Never
Jemmy,
again.
That is gnarly.
And then I roasted her some chicken in the oven.
That's the way to do it.
Nice.
She also licks her butthole, so you know.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's like red lines with what you can feed Jemmy. But you have to use discretion on a dog's behalf because she really wanted the fiery dragon mozzarella fries, which we'll talk about.
Yeah.
That's not going to go well for you.
Yeah, she would have tried it, and then she would have had fiery butt later.
No.
I bet a dog would love two buttholes. Like we were like the
two
dream. It is a dream for twice the treat.
I think that would be the best thing that's ever happened to
dogs.
Dog. Yeah, they love buttholes so much.
They love
buttholes. Do. They like their own. They like other dogs.
Their favorite.
It's true.
I wouldn't know what to do with two buttholes.
Would it suck more for? I mean, I guess it wouldn't like double the shit, really, right? Like, I guess that's the question. Is like, if you have two buttholes, does that, or is it just choosing?
No, I think it would split it into two.
What if one just for diarrhea?
I love that idea.
Yeah.
So if you see one butthole puckering, you're like, uh-oh, like this is gonna be bad.
That's the diarrhea one.
But it can be a little tighter and more focused, so it's a little less explosive.
Two buttholes could be worth it.
Yeah. All right, let's while we were talking about all
just
sorts
for
of
farts.
I love that.
Oh,
I love that.
A gas hole and a solids hole.
Oh.
That's nice.
Emma, a gas hole is very disgusting.
That is actually really disgusting.
It's fucking disgusting. A gas hole.
A gas hole.
No, don't cut it.
That'd be nice if you could dampen the sound. So then you could just have like SBDs out of like your little secret little gas hole.
There should be, I mean, there should be.
Silent but deadly?
Oh.
What did you say?
What's an SBD?
Silent but dead. I know that there are like our.
Surprised you don't have that tattooed on you. What's SBD? Oh, let me check my knuckles.
That'd be good knuckle
It's under my lip.
Yeah.
I think that there's companies that like have like they sell a blanket to like if you fart under the blanket it like keeps the smell in the blanket. Yeah, but I'm like no couple will ever want to buy a thing like that as the issue. But I do wish that there was a thing with pants that you could soundproof your pants. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, forever passing gas, as they say, is like the most mortifying thing when I'm dating or meeting someone. I never even if I've dated, like the longest relationship I was in, I still didn't do that in front of someone.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So,
But that also could just be like a courtesy to your SO.
Sure, yes. And also you got to keep some mystery or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I wish there was some sort of diaper or some sort of undergarment. I shouldn't say I shouldn't go immediately to diaper, but some sort of undergarment that could like silence it and take care of it. There should be. Why not? It's 2025. Why can't we have that at this point?
I don't get why it doesn't exist.
It should exist.
It feels like there should be some sort of sound. We don't even.
And also, just you're on a plane and it smells like shit, and you're like, that's like some guy behind me is like farting and just like letting out.
That drives me fucking nuts.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Space. That's just like, again, just be courteous to your fellow human being.
Yes, and I'm saying like, wouldn't it be helpful for that to exist for that reason too?
I get what you're saying. I think it's all like contextual. It's like,
Could they make airplane seats out of this material so that it just like absorbs all the parts?
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Amelia hates that idea, but I think it like something like that.
I'm working on that for the chairs in here.
A little CPAP for your ass or something. Do you know what I'm saying? It's sucking instead of blowing air out.
What it brings me to is that we've talked about on the podcast that they invented the pants for jacking off in. And it's like that's our priority. Like that's like we're making JO pants.
There's a pants for jacking off?
Yeah, they're JO pants apparently. But it's like we're making that, but we're not making the fart trousers, which are more universal, more useful. It's like how we prioritize infrastructure in this country. It's like every we're doing the wrong things. We should be building high-speed rail.
Yes.
And making fart pants.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
Because it's never good. What's good for everyone is just what's good for yourself.
Exactly, yeah.
By the way,
Jacking off, right.
Jacking off is healthy, first of all. Second of all, I wear the jack-off pants, but I wear them because they're comfortable, not because of the access you get to jacking off.
The jacking off part.
Yeah, the jacking off. I don't need the jacking off thing, but
cool pants.
They're very cool and they're very comfortable pants.
I like them.
Wags, with prices going up on just about everything lately, being smart with your money isn't just a good idea, it's essential.
That's right, my friend, but managing subscriptions, tracking spending, and cutting costs can feel overwhelming. Lucky for you, Rocket Money takes the guesswork out of it so you can easily make smart decisions.
Wow. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Lucky for you, too.
Rocket Money's dashboard gives you a clear view of your expenses across all of your accounts. Easily create a personalized budget with custom categories to help keep your spending on track. See your monthly spending trends in each category to know exactly where your money is going. Get alerts if bills increase in price, there's unusual spending activity, or if you're close to going over budget.
Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when they use all of the app's premium features.
Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money.
Download the Rocket Money app and enter our show name Doughboys in the survey so they know that we sent you.
Don't wait! Download the Rocket Money app today and tell me you heard about them from our show.
Yeah, our show. Anyways, we should talk about burgers.
We should talk about burgers. Andrea, I'm curious, where are you on the How to Train Your Dragon franchise? I've never seen any of the movies.
Not any of them?
No.
Okay, I love the animated.
Yeah.
First, I think I watched all of them. I think I like all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the first one.
I've heard the first one in particular is great. I just never got around to watching it. I do like animation. I will watch it at some point. The live action one is going to be an impetus for me to watch the animated versions.
Yeah.
Where are you on How to Train Your Dragon?
I've never seen any of them.
Whoa.
Yeah. I was just thinking, we can't have that.
You guys suggested this. I didn't pick the.
We just saw that it was happening, and we were like, let's just fucking do it.
I thought it was like a big How to Train Your Dragon thing going on over here.
Well, it is. There
is
the new movie coming out, and as such, like anytime they do one of these tie-in menus, we're curious about it, whether or not we're interested in the IP, one way or the other. So
I see.
But yeah, this one felt like it was worth revisiting BK for the How to Train Your Dragon menu.
I like the dragon. It's cute. It's a cute dragon.
The dragon dragon is it's a very cute dragon.
Which brings me to this question. Andrea, we had you on previously for a Patreon episode we did on the Doughboys Double called Creature Eater.
Yes,
where we looked at a bunch of different creatures from science fiction and fantasy and decided whether or not we would eat them.
Yeah.
So my question for the room is, would you eat Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon?
Yeah.
Toothless from I'm sure Toothless is going up on the screen.
Yeah, we'll get a pic of Toothless to look at here.
Toothless.
My issue with Toothless is that Toothless has like cat eyes.
Yeah.
And for me, I couldn't. I love Wally and Irma, and it just reminds me a little too much of a cat.
You're kind of anthropomorphizing him a little bit. You're kind of humanizing him.
Well, I mean, like, can he communicate with the dragon a little bit? Like, he can, right?
Yeah, he's doing some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
there he is.
I don't think I would actually.
You would not.
I wouldn't, because I feel like it would taste like I think he lives in the alligator family or crocodile.
Oh, sure.
And I feel like it would be, the texture wouldn't be great.
I have eaten alligator before.
Me too.
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You're like, if
I don't like it.
If he's like a gator, I might be down.
Hey, I'm going to the bayou tomorrow, Wags.
I bet you have some tasty eats.
Yeah, there's staying at this hotel. I'll talk about it later, but the guy there was like kind of odd, and he said that like whatever.
Okay.
He was like, I don't want to get into it, but like supposedly it's a thing that like if you stay at the hotel, like you're supposed to suck them off beforehand.
What?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. But then I was like, can you send a picture of yourself? And then like
this is like the concierge. He's like, suck them off.
Yeah. And I just have a feeling you know what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well, did you get a look at him? Did you look at the picture?
Yeah, he sent me a picture of him.
What color was he?
He was green.
Oh boy, Mitch.
It was a gator. We have a long-running joke of where we suck gators off. Sorry.
I was like, what?
I would not suck Toothless off, but
well, how could you? That's a child, for crying out
depraved.
loud. Toothless is a little kid.
But I feel like eating the meat of his species, I think I would.
Here's the deal: if someone was like, "I've prepared dragon," and I'm like, "Shit, there's dragon here," I think I would have to try it.
Yeah.
Mythical creature.
I think the belly part too.
It's that.
Yeah. That would be nice.
I think I mean the belly cut is pretty good. I
bet.
I feel like I feel like if someone was, it's that sort of thing of like, hey, my friend got veal, and do you want to try a bite of it? And I'm like, oh, maybe I'll try a bite of it, or if something that's served. It's that sort of thing we've talked about before, where it's like the deed is already done here.
Yeah,
and I'll
if this is
try
going
it.
in the trash, otherwise I'll eat it.
But if they were like, if I went to a restaurant and it was like, there's dragon on the menu, and I like looked in the kitchen, I saw him in like a crate, I would say, no, I'm not, I don't want, I can't do this.
You're envisioning like a lobster tank.
Yeah, like you pick your own.
For dragon.
Yes. And I could.
Yeah, that would feel a little bit grim.
What if he was flying around?
Less so. That sounds, no.
I thought it was the crate that was the issue.
No. That's a free range dragon.
You pick him off with a crossbow?
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
My gator bit was so half-assed. I didn't even try to do it.
I liked it.
All right,
I liked it. You did great.
That was good.
You didn't even know what it was.
I didn't know. I was like, you have to suck a guy off? To stay there?
This is the Burger King How to Train Your Dragon menu. This is officially our 7th BK episode, most recently reviewed in 2022 with Gabrus and Adam Pally, who we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Ejected from the Golden Plate Club on that episode. Currently owned, as I mentioned, by Restaurant Brands International, which owns Tim Hortons, also Popeyes, Firehouse Subs, all under the same corporate ownership.
I love Popeyes.
I do love Popeyes.
Yeah.
Popeyes is great.
I love.
Where does fried chicken like rank in your savory hierarchy? Because that's like number one for me.
Maybe 6.
6.
That is such a, for you to think about it and then just throw out 6 is so funny to me. What's 1 through 5?
It could be a lot of
Pizza?
things. Pizza's up there before fried chicken.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Beef, like steak, like burgers.
Steak is, I think, 8 or 9.
Okay, well, I had no idea you knew.
Wait, what are candidates for number 1? Like, what are you thinking?
Burger.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe.
Wow.
And I guess some.
Burger 1, but steak 8.
Yeah,
I understand.
They're different.
They're
They're
very
very
different.
different.
They are very different.
Meat
I get it.
versus so much other stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
going on?
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
Okay.
How much like a piece of fish? Fish anywhere in there?
Like 27.
I now need to know what 2, 3, 4, and 5 are.
Are you more towards like land-based food, or you're sort of a sea skeptic?
Yeah, it's just the fish.
Don't like shrimps or
Kind of
anything?
boring. Oh, shrimp is up there.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do shrimp.
Shrimp would be
Shrimp.
shrimp beats fried chicken.
Yeah, 5. Let's do
Wow, 5.
5.
What about like a burrito? How like
Oh.
no tacos?
Tacos, 10. No, that's too high. 22. 22.
22.
22. Burrito, 23.
Okay.
Breakfast burrito,
Okay.
8.
All right. Still
Yeah.
not above 6.
Mitch had a recently a pretty hot take
What?
where you're a bit of a breakfast burrito skeptic.
I think breakfast burritos aren't that good.
Whoa.
I think there's too overhyped.
I have a take on this.
Yeah.
And that all burritos are breakfast burritos if you eat them for breakfast.
That's a great
It
point.
doesn't really
Emma.
matter what's in it.
And
No.
then that would change
it
everything because I
matters.
love
all
burritos.
Oh.
I love burritos, but breakfast burritos I'm always like,
I hate regular burritos.
really?
Yeah.
God,
Like, just have it be a bowl.
I mean this respectfully too. You are baffling. Spaghetti or noodles, like what?
Oh.
Is that above? I'm trying to think of anything that's above.
Yes. Asian type of noodles.
Okay.
Maybe like 2 or 1.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait,
so
what's your
bur-
ideal do you have an ideal dish there? An ideal
Like a
preparation?
pho.
Like a
Pho.
pho.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Pho.
So
yeah.
pho, burgers, pho. This is both are beating your
Yes.
number 6 of fried chicken.
Burgers, pho,
1000%.
blank, shrimp, fried chicken.
1,000. 1,000. Barbecue.
Okay, so
When you're
barbecue beats fried chicken.
When you're saying
Yes.
barbecue,
Okay.
what are what kind of barbecue are you thinking?
Brisket.
Okay, sure.
Mhm, mhm.
Something beef type of thing.
Is there much of a barbecue culture in Canada?
No.
Mm.
No. We have just like Canadian bacon. That's like our.
So is that a thing
Our
you
meat.
got more into in the
A pea
States?
pea
Yeah.
meal. A pea meal sandwich I try to have. That's their
Pea
Canadian.
meal.
Yeah.
Pea meal.
Pea meal.
Pea meal sandwich.
Barbecue I got into because of Korean barbecue. And
Oh,
then
sure,
also
yeah.
the
Mhm.
Texas barbecue is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I went to Austin, wow, that was really good.
So you'll
The
go to a
brisket.
place and just be like, this is one of my favorite foods now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, I do like
I
that.
think brisket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so barbecue. All right, we almost got all of it.
open-minded. Yeah.
So
Yeah, let's figure out the
burgers,
top 5.
noodles, barbecue, shrimp. You're
Yeah.
just missing one before fried chicken.
Let's
Basically.
say, let me think. Sushi.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
But you are like you'll have sushi, but you're maybe not as interested in having like a salmon fillet.
Cooked fish is
Less into
not-
that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite sushi?
Ooh, like seared, aburi, pressed
Okay.
sushi.
Sure.
Yeah, with the sauce, with some sauce on it.
All right.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah, that's up there for me.
Well, hey, speaking of seared, we have the Dragon Flame Grilled Whopper. The star of the show features a quarter pound of flame grilled beef served on a red and orange marbled bun colored with natural spices and vegetables, and then topped with a standard Whopper toppings plus bacon. Now, here's the thing. As far
I
as
know
how to-
I'm wearing one too, but
Yeah.
you look like a true fool in your Burger King crown.
what do you mean?
You look like a damn jamoke.
How so?
You do. You look like a fool. You look like an idiot.
Well, you look like a fucking dunce. Yours is all askance. It's not even facing forward.
Is that true?
Yeah. Get your shit together.
It's crooked.
It's silly. You look silly in
You
it.
also look silly.
It's funny. It's not a bad thing.
I'm wearing one also.
You look cooler than us.
Thank you. Wow.
I think everyone looks great. We're having fun.
Jamoke is an okay word to say.
I don't
correct?
know. I don't know the
What does
etymology
that
of joke.
mean?
Oh yeah. Oh, Amelia gives you the green light. You're doing fine.
I think it means a dumb person.
Yeah.
Ah.
used to refer to coffee, a blend of Java and mocha.
No, that's
No,
not
I
good. Well, we're off to a bad start. And also, I'm pretty sure she spelled Jamoke wrong.
So here's what I
How
will
would
say.
you spell it?
Here,
Hold on, Jamoke. Okay. Uh-oh.
Jamoke is an Italian-American slang referring to a stupid or foolish person.
Oh, that's fine.
It's
that's
thought
fine.
to originate.
Those are
Wait,
fine.
Italians came up with it.
It's maybe came from Giamope. It's Napoleon or Sicilian for same thing. An
Interesting.
idiot.
I'm
An
saying
idiot.
you can't use that word.
Because it's Italian, I can't use it. My mom said Jamoke, and I think I got caught in my head. She also, know what else she said? She said, look that up in your funkin' wagnalls. That's what she
That's
said.
I
cute.
love that.
What the fuck does that
Funkin'
mean?
wagnalls.
It's like a
Nice.
dictionary or some shit.
Your mom's great. I didn't get to spend any
I
real
know.
time with your mom and with Courtney, your sister, up in when we were in Boston.
My sister had
that
a
sounds like a way to say curse words without saying curse words.
funkin'
Yeah.
wagnalls and Jamoke. This is all the stuff she was saying. She's
My
getting
mom-
older and saying just weird old shit now.
My mom would sometimes say HE double hockey sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look that up in your funkin' wagnalls. It's pretty good. We
That
should
is
start-
really
we should
good,
we
yeah.
should make that work. My sister, I have a
Nice.
funny story about my sister is we did a big thing where we had a choir and there was a keyboard that was played during an episode during the Boston
Yes,
show.
yeah.
And I said to my sister, I was like, "Can you send me a picture of your keyboard?" And because she has a keyboard, and then she texted me a picture from work of her computer keyboard. I was like, "Courtney,
pretty
what the
funny.
fuck do you think I want to see your fucking computer keyboard for?"
We're
I
doing a
love her.
tour.
She's
We need a
great.
computer keyboard.
I think that's a good bit. So here's the thing about this Whopper. Well, first off, I'm curious. Burger is possibly your number one overall food.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the how much Burger King has a presence north of the border. Like, was Burger King a thing you had growing up? Have you had it much in the States?
Mm.
I've never had it in the States.
Wow.
That was my first one, is the How to Train Your Dragon one.
This is your first time ever having Burger King
In America.
in America. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So you
Wow.
have it in Canada.
I was obsessed with it in Canada at one point.
Wait, really?
I would skip school to go get Burger King Whopper.
What was your regular order? Was a Whopper?
Yeah, I get a Whopper. Yeah.
We don't condone that skipping
yeah,
school,
don't
but
skip school to get a Whopper. You can get it after school hours.
you can definitely get Whoppers after school hours.
But I had to have it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would skip school to go to the Pizza Hut buffet with friends in
I loved
high
Pizza
school.
Hut growing up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do they have the buffet in Vancouver?
No, we didn't have buffet, but we had the huts, the Pizza Huts that are
Yeah, the
actual hut.
the dine-in experience.
the dine-in huts, and then
Love those.
that was a really great time. That was when my mom had a husband and I had a stepdad and a stepsister. I think I'm tying that memory to Pizza Hut.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, that was when my family was complete. So yeah,
I got off the train. I got off the train the other day, and I saw these two kids, and they were like, they looked like they were like 11 or 12. These like two boys, and they were carrying. They had a fucking Little Caesars hot and ready pizza, and they each had a
Ooh.
big soda from AM PM, and I was like, fuck, those kids are about to have like the best afternoon of like
Yeah,
their
that
lives.
rules.
Like life never gets better than that.
it's so
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, going to 7-Eleven, getting a big drink,
I used to love getting a
Some-
big fucking drink.
beef sticks.
Now I can't do it. Now
No.
if I'm doing this, I'm ruining my day.
Yeah.
A big soda will ruin your day.
Yeah, if I have that much sugar and that much caffeine, like
Yeah.
especially, like in the
What about a
afternoon,
big zero? Get a big zero
I
soda.
could get a big zero, but that's not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the same as when I had the metabolism to take a fucking 64-ounce double gulp to the dome.
Yeah.
It is a
I
sad
mean-
thing with just even with long COVID where I'm like, is like drinking soda just gonna like gunk up my system? Do I like need
Right.
to just be drinking water?
Yeah.
Which is probably the answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks getting old. It's bad.
So
I
you're
know.
it's fucking horrible. So you used to love Burger King. You're skipping school to go there.
Yeah.
You're getting the Whopper.
Your family
like,
is complete.
your family's complete. You're getting the Whopper. Like, do you have any other favorite menu items?
Yeah.
Would you regularly get a combo? You getting fries? You getting a soda?
I would get the fries, but the fries weren't that memorable to me.
Right.
But I have a core memory of eating a Whopper at the mall. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that memory was
It was just I was eating it and being just very amazed by the Whopper. It's a core memory.
I like want to make funny with this, but I also like do like I have like a Homer Simpson type memory when I like think back. I'm like, I'm liking this. Like that is like I do have many moments like that don't necessarily have to be tied to family or friends. Just like having a great.
It's tied to nothing.
Bite. Yeah,
it's tied to nothing. It's tied to just I'm having this Whopper, and I remember riding the bus back home with my friend, where I thought I don't even need this friend here with me right now. Like, he's not adding anything to this. I could have done this alone with the Whopper and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, I can't wait to be home.
That's funny to think back on a memory of a food you ate with a friend and to erase the friend from that memory.
That guy?
Yeah. I was like, I don't need this friend here. Yeah. And yeah.
Did he also have a Whopper with you?
You know what made me resent him in that memory? He didn't enjoy it as much as I did.
Oh,
the Whopper.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that's why, because he yucked what I was very yummed about.
Your yum.
Yes, and so
this is Nick
this
knows
is all
this.
making a lot more sense now.
Yeah,
Nick knows this for me, but it is like I was very excited that you liked the boneless buffalo fingers from
Fowler House.
I was
Thank you, Emma.
I was in such a great mood. I had like the fucking best night. The tour was over. I had a fucking fantastic night's sleep. I had like a single alcoholic beverage, so it was like my sleep was like not at all. You know, like it wasn't hungover or anything. And my sleep wasn't interrupted. I just got like 9 continuous hours. Woke up feeling like $1 million. Got to walk around the city. Got to ride the train. I was in such a great mindset, and I go in there.
Good food.
And I'm having those buffalo tendies, and I'm having some beers, some brew dogs with my mates. I'm having the time of my life. It was great. It was a great day.
And it's for me, it was important that he liked the food in that scenario. I really wanted you to like it. And Amelia, you didn't.
I think in your defense, I think it was more so important that like Gabrus and I tried it with an open mind.
Sure,
because you were like you're maybe. Characterizing it like you would have been mad if we didn't like it, but that's not how it felt in the moment. That more you just wanted us to experience it.
I wanted you to experience it, and I was very happy that you liked it.
Yeah, it was hitting.
And then also later, Amelia, you went
Pizzeria Regina.
Pizzeria Regina, and you did enjoy the Pizzeria Regina.
I loved it.
Yeah,
it was so good.
We had a good time.
Yeah, the place is great.
Then you got some JP Licks as well.
Yes,
you
that was delicious. Yeah.
I'm so glad you got it.
Yeah, me and Gabrus got some MCC, mint chocolate chip.
Yeah, you didn't like that it was white.
The mint chocolate is white.
Oh, Gabrus didn't like that it was white. That was the issue, right?
Likes it dyed.
He likes it dyed
green.
green. I like it white. White.
Yeah.
White. And then you what did you get? You got a peanut butter sundae or some shit, right? Or
that was Gabrus.
Gabrus, that was fantastic. Anyways, it was a good trip, but it matters to me when people
enjoy.
I want them to like
the
food that I like, and even I'm so specific when we go to Regina and I like have food in the way I order it. And in fact, we got a cheese pizza and we got a large cheese pizza, and it was a little undercooked, but the other ones with toppings on, I asked for them well done and they were great. But I would have been, if you were there, I would have been mad. You're watching Jemmy lick one of her 2 buttholes. Oh, she licked my finger.
It's a real eye draw.
Oh! My finger smells like Jemmy's butthole.
That's great timing. She was like, "Oh yeah, you're talking about me licking my butthole."
So you love the Whopper. You have history of the Whopper. You're obsessed with the Whopper.
But I haven't had it since.
You haven't had
school,
it since.
Which was like 10 years ago.
So Whopper is a fun, because it's also like, look at that Whopper. Something big.
Whopper.
Yeah. Judge Whopper.
I think since that Whopper I had at the mall, I was like, you know what? I don't need any more.
You're done with them at that
that's
point.
Enough.
You just walked away.
Hold on, what? What are your core memories? Yeah. And then you're just done. I guess you can't top it.
I overdid it.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I overdo it, and I had 2 Whoppers, I think, many days in a row. I had 2 Whoppers a day.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that's enough.
In one meal?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll have 2. I was in high school.
Yeah, so sure.
And I was playing sports.
So you're taking down 2 Whoppers, and then at a certain point, you're just like,
it's like,
you know
that's
what?
enough.
Yeah, I chased this high for too long.
Yeah.
That was like me with Cactus Cooler. I got really into Cactus Cooler, and I was drinking it every day.
Yeah.
And then at a certain point, I was just like, I've had enough of these.
That's enough.
It's like playing a song so many times until you start to feel numb to it. You know?
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
So this was a good comeback from that.
So as a comeback,
I just recently played out the new Kanye track. I listened to it way too many times now.
So as the comeback of the Whopper, the return of the Whopper for you, how was the Dragon Flame Grilled Whopper hitting?
It's good.
You liked it.
It was good. It was less flavorful than I would want because of how colorful it was. You know?
You more mean that like your taste buds weren't matching what your eye was doing.
Yeah, because for something to be so orange and red.
Yeah, red and orange marbled bun.
I want the taste to match that.
To me, it just tasted like bun.
Yeah.
There was
Sure.
purely an aesthetic difference. It did not affect the flavor at all.
We were talking about doing Burger King. We didn't know if you would want to do it. And
I didn't know I had a core memory.
we had no idea. We had no idea you had a core memory attached to it. So Saturday night, I was like, "Are we doing Burger King this week?" And I had to record a podcast earlier today. I was like, "I'm gonna be good and not get Burger King the day we do it." And Saturday night, I wasn't craving a burger.
Yeah.
So Saturday night, I opened up the Burger King app. I said, "We're gonna do it." And he said, and Millie, you said, "Hey, if we don't do it, you get Burger King for the night," which turned out to be not a good thing because I ordered it from the app and from the time it left the restaurant, like, you know, when you're tracking it on the app,
Yeah.
which I do just think this is like a thing that just doesn't work with these delivery services because like they're going to pick up like multiple orders from. I should have gone and got it myself. I was in the house.
Yeah.
It was 9 p.m. I was just like, I'm just going to order it here.
What you did was defensible, but again,
Sure.
this is where we're dealing with that shitification of like they figured out how to min-max their profit margin on these delivery systems, and those
Yeah.
involve people picking up multiple orders from multiple locations and dropping off multiple people, and where you are in that queue could mean that what happens is what happened to you that night, which
was
like
45
45
from when it
minutes.
left around until it got to me. It was 45 minutes, and like the ice cream I got because I got everything from the meal was melted. The drink, were you trying to get rid of your drink? I brought it in.
Oh, this is mine. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have it.
I kind of want to try it. Can I try a sip of one of your guys' drinks?
Here, let me. Andrew's handing it over to you. Let me run down the whole menu because I mentioned
Here, if I use your straw.
please.
Okay.
I mentioned the Dragon Flame Grilled Whopper. We also got the Fiery Dragon Mozzarella Fries, the soaring
That's
strawberry lemonade, which Mitch was just sipping right now, and the Vikings chocolate sundae. But yeah, let's start with the Whopper. I agree that you want the bun to have some sort of kick to it, something distinct flavor-wise, and it doesn't match that at all. All you're getting is a Whopper with bacon that's got a different colored bun. And so that reminds me kind of like
the seeds on the you can kind of taste the not sesame seeds, but what's it called? What
caraway seeds?
Is that what they are?
They're not poppy
Are they
seeds.
not poppy
They're black
seeds?
sesame?
Yeah,
They're,
they just black
maybe
sesame.
they
I
are
think they're
black
just black
sesame.
sesame.
Yeah. And those are you can kind of taste them, I guess. I don't.
Are they all that distinct flavor-wise from regular sesame seeds?
And here's the other issue,
which
is
are
that
on a Whopper.
the actual Whopper bun is better. It's kind of like this one is like a little bit more like a firm. It's like firmer.
Yeah, it's a little more processed, so it's a different
Yeah.
texture. So actually, you're right, Mitch. That's the difference you were getting. We were talking about texture earlier. The texture is not as good.
Yeah.
It tastes just like a bun, but it's like a thicker, less spongy bun.
Feels more
Yeah.
foamy.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the burger, like it's that funny thing when I ate it Saturday night and then ate it again today. I went wild today.
Yeah.
I'm on weight loss meds and I still went wild today. I went crazy. I texted Amelia. I was like, "Where are you?" Because I was coming from this other podcast, and she was like, "I'm about to pick up Burger King." I was like, "Forget my order. I'm gonna go get my own order." And I got here at like 2. I got here early, and I just wanted to. I was so hungry.
Yeah.
But my issue with the Whopper when I got here, and I tried and I tried at home too, but it was 40 minutes and it sucked, and I barely ate any of it.
Yeah.
Was that it doesn't even really taste like a Whopper to me. It just tastes like a weird. It tastes like a weird Burger King item that's not like the Whopper has a classic taste to me, and it doesn't have that classic taste.
I weirdly agree with you, but I can't quite put my finger on
Me neither.
what it is.
I don't know what it is either.
Maybe it's the
I
bacon.
think the bacon being in it is a part
It's
of
a
it,
little
and the
disorienting.
bun and being different. But like, and is there no onions or something? There feels like there's something missing.
No,
from-
all
There
the
were onions.
yeah,
There were
tomatoes,
onions.
lettuce,
Yeah.
onions, pickles, ketchup, and mayo are all included by default as on a Whopper. Yeah, I don't know. It could also just be like, look, you eat with your eyes first, and it's just kind of disorienting, and it doesn't really resemble a Whopper, and you're expecting something else. So you're trying to have the memory of a Whopper as you're eating it, but it doesn't
Yeah.
quite click. I don't know. I found it pretty unsatisfying, honestly.
Me too.
Which is why today when I was before I got here, my order was I got that Dragon Whopper again, and then I got a Whopper with cheese meal
Wow, as a control group.
as a control group, and then also I got a cheeseburger as a third control group. I ate the cheeseburger in the car. The cheeseburger was actually sadly disappointing because I was like, I remember eating the cheeseburgers when I was younger, and they have like a flame, like the thing you like about Burger King is like the flame grilled taste, and it just wasn't hitting the way I wanted it to hit. It was okay, but when I got here and I took a few bites of that, the Dragon Whopper, and then I was eating the Control Whopper. The Control Whopper was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I was like, hey, it's up there with the Big Mac and everything for a reason. It is still pretty damn good.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can say what you want about Burger King, but the Whopper is good, right?
I love the Whopper.
And like the taste of like just the proportions of it, and like the mayo and the ketchup and like all the it's just like it works well together. In this new sandwich just didn't have any of the equation was off.
Did the Dragon one have cheese in it?
Yes.
Okay, I don't remember.
Well,
yeah, it's weirdly bland, and it's a Whopper, and I like and I don't think that the Whopper is bland. I love the taste of the Whopper, and it just wasn't giving that.
I know.
It's weird.
I kind of want, I'm curious, Andrew, if you experience this. I feel like with the way my individual Dragon Flame Grilled Whopper was prepared, it was a little saucier than normal. I feel like I had some extra condiments. I wonder if they just kind of slathered it together a little, or just like whoever was assembling this particular burger had a heavy hand.
Me too. Mine was very saucy. It was dripping out in a way that usually I like, but I didn't like it on this one.
No, it kind of overwhelmed everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I did really like were the Fiery Dragon mozzarella fries. Those were our buddy Matt Singer, reviewed this menu as well, and was telling me this is the highlight. And I fully agree. I'll read the copy here. In addition to bringing the flame, BK is bringing the heat with Fiery Dragon mozzarella fries featuring melty mozzarella cheese, peppers, and fiery Calabrian.
In addition to bringing the flame, BK is bringing the heat.
In addition to the flame, in addition to bringing the flame, BK is bringing the heat.
That doesn't make any sense.
Do they flame broil their burgers?
Yeah, like
they flame broil. I think that's what they're referencing.
That's what they're referencing.
Yeah.
But they both are heat.
I agree.
know.
Get me in that room. I'll punch that up.
Yeah.
The inshitification. They don't care. They don't care anymore.
They're like, just put flame and heat. Fucking, I don't give a shit.
Melty,
do it.
melty mozzarella cheese, peppers, and fire Calabrian chili pepper breading for the perfect fiery snack served in a one-of-a-kind, toothless-inspired carton. It also comes with a zesty ranch sauce.
I like the sauce.
Love the sauce.
Yeah.
Sauce is great.
It's good sauce.
And I'm a bit of a heat seeker. I thought that these had some real kick to them. Like they weren't super spicy. There certainly was no spice in the Dragon Flame Grilled Whopper.
Yes. I on Saturday night, I got the entire meal on Saturday night. And the mozzarella sticks were not spicy at all, and I questioned whether they even were the spicy mozzarella sticks.
Right.
And I didn't get the ranch. I didn't get I didn't get the spicy ranch.
What?
So I tried that spicy ranch for the first time here today, and I was like, oh, these have kick to them. And I said that to you. I was like, for a fast food item, these are pretty spicy.
You had complete bullshit on Saturday.
I did. It sucked.
Oh
Saturday
my God.
fucking sucked. It was really, really bad. So I had to redo it today. It was.
Yeah, I like the mozzarella sticks.
The mozzarella sticks were good.
They were
the
great.
Sauce was good.
They were good.
Yeah.
And mozzarella sticks, fast food mozzarella stick is not easy to do. So
Yeah, I know. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Fast food wise.
Arby's will do them occasionally, but also I think the ranch dipping sauce, because so often they'll give you a marinara dipping sauce and it tastes not good.
Yeah.
It tastes like what is the herb that it tastes like? All the
oregano.
There's just it's like a very heavy oregano taste.
I will generally like a marinara dipping sauce with a proper mozzarella stick, but I think with this one it would have felt a little asynchronous because they're going for a spicy kick. Too.
Yeah,
I think the zesty ranch was the right kick.
You do get what I'm saying when I just say you look you just look foolish saying things like that in the hat. I'm sorry, it's just the truth, and I
don't get what you're saying because you're wearing the fucking hat too.
I know.
Glass houses much? What are we doing?
But just when you sit up and you're like, I actually do like a marinara with the hat on. You look like a fucking idiot. I'm sorry, and I know I do too.
Is it because I have Conover head height now? The crown.
Careful, the orb is watching.
I whatever. I think I'm doing fine.
You're,
We're all wearing the hat.
You're doing great.
We're all wearing the hat.
Just for whatever reason, you especially look like such a fucking idiot with the hat on. I'm not trying to be mean. Maybe it's because I'm dumber. Remember, I'm the dumb guy, so the hat on me doesn't have the same effect as it has on you.
It could be that.
Yeah. You're an egghead. There
right,
you go.
It's the contrast. Yeah.
Ah.
All right.
I don't think it's mean.
Thank you. It's actually a pretty normal thing to say. You look like a fucking idiot with your horn sticking out. You look like a fucking idiot.
I think it's neutral. What
Yeah.
you're saying.
It is. It's not
mean.
that bad.
It's not mean.
The Soaring Strawberry Lemonade. This is soar to new heights and quench your thirst for adventure with all new Soaring
That's
Strawberry
a drink
Lemonade.
to me, baby.
This is tasty.
It's a little sweet for
It's a
me.
little too
It
sweet.
is sweet. It's
a little
sweet.
too sweet, but it is tasty.
But that's hitting you with flavor. That's like the Whopper is not hitting you with any flavor.
That's
This
true.
is something. Give me something.
And I do taste strawberry.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, 100%.
It has a I think it maybe has a strawberry compote that it is blended up with, although that's not in the copy here. I think that
Are you taking the train home today? I'll pay you $100 if you wear that hat on the train.
$100?
I mean,
$100.
If you wear this hat from here till when you got home, I think I could give you $100.
Whoa.
Do you want him to like FaceTime you the whole time, or?
I think if we would need some sort of visual proof.
Okay. I'll think about it.
All right.
It might also
You're
depend on what
sitting
time
a
we get
train,
out of here.
Dead faced with just his hat on.
I also would feel so bad if they were like, a man was shot and killed on the train.
I mean, based on my typical LA Metro experience, me wearing a Burger King How to Train Your Dragon crown in an individual train car, I'd be like the sixth craziest person there. So
you wouldn't be that
I
high.
wouldn't really
on the
stand out.
Is this a January 6th crossover? These it's a budget Viking man.
I think this is my issue. I do think the lemonade is good.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of theming, all we've done is affix the word or prefix the word soaring onto strawberry lemonade. Like, what about this says the How to Train Your Dragon IP? I guess that it's got the cup. The cup is nice. But this again,
But red, it's
I think they're going for
I
red.
guess they're going for red. But again, we're talking about things getting shittier. Like, remember we get to get collectible cups?
Yeah, well,
why don't we
I
have
agree with
collectible
you
cups
there.
anymore? We just have a print on this disposable landfill cup.
Yeah.
Do you know what they do with the
fucking
most
bummer.
now is movie theaters. You get like a bucket or something. There's
Those fucking suck, though.
I
A lot
know,
of those
they're
are
bad.
like bad quality.
They are bad.
Yeah.
I know they're bad. They're bad. It's bad.
Make a good quality one.
I agree. They should make a good quality
With
bucket.
a dragon with toothless on top.
That's that.
Right?
See,
That'd
they
be
do
fun.
sometimes do stuff like that, and those ones are decent.
Some of
but
them
a
are
lot
nice.
of times just a metal bucket that sucks.
Yeah, a lot of them are
Yeah.
really, and they're poorly made. That's the
Yeah.
other thing. They're just like really cheaply manufactured. We also got anyway, I do think that's a drink. I do think it is tasty. And it's not a thing I would regularly get just because I can't do things that sweet anymore, and I could not finish one of those. But I think like I think if I was a kid, I would love that. So I'll be
I'm in
positive.
hummingbird mode. I love that. I want more of it. That's fantastic.
As
It's
far
good.
as the sweet side goes, the Vikings chocolate sundae. Finish the adventure with Vikings chocolate sundae. Again, just no effort there.
Sure,
Yeah.
Vikings chocolate sundae. What are we doing?
that's bad. I agree.
They were at the end of their meeting. It
Yeah.
was just like, let's just say Vikings chocolate.
So there's Vikings.
Fucking, I don't care.
We want to go home.
Ah. Yeah.
This poor Burger King employee seems like he has a rough life. So is there Vikings are in the movie? I guess right. Is
It's like Vikings and dragons.
They're
That's
Vikings,
the
yeah.
horns on the crowns.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought they were dragon
So
horns. I had no idea.
No, if you're a kid in the movie, you get a dragon eventually.
Oh,
You get paired with a dragon.
It's like Avatar situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
and
it's
then
kinda
they're
Avatar
Vikings,
rules.
they have hats.
I might see this just because it's. Or wait, is it it's not a Disney movie, right?
No, it's not a Disney.
All right.
No.
So for that reason, I might see the live action How to Train Your Dragon movie, but
I
I'm
could see
so
myself-
sick of like animated to live action remakes that I can't care ever.
I agree. I think they're not going away because they seem to be incredibly profitable.
Are
But-
they? I feel like some. I mean, Lilo and Stitch was huge,
absolute
but then
fucking smash.
But then Snow White
Wow.
was a. I mean, you know that I was protesting it, but but Snow White was a bomb. There's like so many that have not worked.
I think that How to Train Your Dragon live action it feels like that's going to be a blockbuster. We'll see.
Yeah, it does feel like it's going to be big.
I also think that's just like, again, you know this, bitch, as well as I. Like, Hollywood is so fucking lazy that the easiest thing they can do is mine their own catalog. They're like, hey, we already own this.
Yeah.
I actually remember this being made in my lifetime because I'm so fucking. I'm an executive of one of these companies. I have no imagination, so I can't conceive of even something that like I don't already have an existing connection to. So it's like we can take this thing that I already know, and then we can just make this again and make a similar amount of money. It's because it's so unimaginative. That's why it's not going away.
Yeah.
But I also think that this one there's the new How to Train Your Dragon land right at the new Orlando park.
Yeah,
so I think they're really leaning into this IP, and I think that's partly why it'll be so successful.
Yeah.
Anyway, I could see myself being dragon pilled. All that said, I'm going to watch all these movies, and I'm going to watch the live action.
The dragon itself is cute, like we were saying. It's a very cute dragon.
He's a cute dragon.
He's a cute dragon.
The Vikings chocolate sundae, however, is a vanilla soft serve with Hershey's syrup and black and green cookie crumbles. We were talking about green versus white when we were talking about mint chip earlier. I see green. I'm like, okay, this is going to have a little bit of a minty character to it. No. It's just a green chocolate. What are we doing?
It's just green chocolate?
Yeah, it's not mint.
I thought it was nuts.
It's green cookie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why green?
Well, I don't know.
For dragon, I think.
Are there...
The dragon is black.
Yeah. Look, I'm not defending it. I'm just telling you what I think what the thought process was.
Is it like grass? Like
do the dragons eat grass in the movie?
They don't. I've never seen them eat food on the movie.
Wait, so what is the name of the product again? It's a
Vikings chocolate sundae.
I don't know. What does the description say? Is there any clue here? I read the description.
Finish the adventure with Vikings chocolate sundae, a delicious sweet treat featuring a vanilla soft serve with Hershey's chocolate syrup and black and green cookie crumbles.
Black and green.
I don't really get.
I don't get
what the tie
any of it.
is.
Maybe it's dirt and grass.
Maybe it's dirt and grass.
It might be dirt. It might be dirt and grass.
Because I guess you think about that when you think about a dragon.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean,
if that's what we're going for. I'm still miffed. I still it still feels like an A to C to me.
I'm miffed too.
It's not good.
The Google overview just says that the green crumbles don't specifically represent Vikings, but add a whimsical touch inspired by the movie's dragon theme and green mossy nature to the island where the Vikings are featured.
So it is grass, so you're right.
It's fucking grass.
I don't like that it's
you were right.
I don't like that.
No, I don't like it.
Yeah. I was saying that as like a ridiculous thing. Yeah.
Also, just want to know that you said Cumbles, by the way.
Cumbles?
We're back, baby. The fact that it is grass, which that
pissed me off.
That pisses me off.
That pissed me off. I don't.
Is that what it's supposed to be? It's grass.
It's like represents the island, the grass mossy
That's
nature
stupid.
of the island where they live.
That is pretty stupid.
I like the sundae though. It was good.
The sundae it's a very basic sundae, but it is kind of good.
I wanted more chocolate sauce.
Oh, mine had a lot of chocolate sauce, but mine was also melted and kind of a mess. But it was like, oh, this is like good. It's ice cream and Hershey's syrup.
I liked it.
And little cookies. So I didn't think it was bad. Why? So are you still miffed?
I'm trying to get some more info on what exactly the green crumble is supposed to be. Were you? But again, we're returning to something we talked about earlier. You're a bit of an ice cream skeptic.
Yeah.
But this ice cream, was it because of all the texture variations?
Yeah, I like the grass. I like the grass. The mossy grass. And I did like the texture of the nuts. I used to work at Dairy Queen, you know.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did we ever talk about that on your last episode? Wow.
I don't know.
Which Dairy Queen did you work at?
I worked at a Chill and Grill.
Okay, so this is a place that has the hot menu.
Yes.
Because they don't some of them are treat centers and they just have the
full menu.
Wow.
Yeah, everything.
Did you have
and we had cakes.
What was this? Were you in school at the time?
Yeah, I was 15.
What got you into what made you choose Dairy Queen?
I heard they would hire 15-year-olds. So not a lot of places would.
Yeah, sure.
So then I went and I got a job there.
Did you have a favorite item from Dairy Queen, either to eat or to make?
To eat, I liked making the banana split. That was fun.
That's fun.
That seems fun to assemble,
yeah. But I liked eating the peanut parfait.
Oh yeah,
oh
that's
yeah,
a great
peanut
one.
That's the
buster
best.
parfait.
Yes,
Yeah.
peanut butter parfait. I think I need a little nut, like a little grass, a little mossy texture to it
That makes sense. A little
to
crunch.
enjoy the
Yeah.
ice cream. Ice cream by itself pissed me off.
Wow. But some of it's got some mix-ins. It's maybe got something to it.
I need a texture.
You don't want it
Otherwise,
just to be
it's
smooth.
just liquid.
Yeah.
Did the term Yaz Queen, did that exist when you worked at Dairy Queen?
Great
No.
Yeah, because it would have been fun. That would be fun if you worked there and that term existed.
That's annoying to me that it didn't.
Yeah, that sucks.
That kind of.
I'm sorry. I'm
I'm,
sorry
uh,
not to
angry.
diminish your experience there, but
It's diminished.
Here's my question as a Dairy Queen veteran.
Yeah.
The thing that to me is a showstopper from a customer standpoint is when they take that Blizzard and they turn that sumbitch
Yeah.
upside down. You
Yeah.
get to do that.
I did that every time. I did it every time.
can you be honest with you?
Yeah.
Did it ever come out?
I was about to say, so one time I made a Blizzard and it poked through the cup. So I had to double cup it. And I forgot I double cupped it. And then I did that and it just plopped
To the floor.
to the floor.
Oh my god.
And I was like, oh shit. And then I made another one. I guess it's not that great of a story.
No, but
I
it's
thought it was
still
but
pretty
it
good.
That's
plopped,
pretty good.
It plopped
How did
out.
the customer react?
She was like, oh. Yeah, she screamed because she's like, why would you do that? You know? And I don't know if it was her first time there because it did seem bizarre for me to do that.
Oh, sure.
Just tip it upside
Oh,
down.
she didn't know that you were doing the classic
Yeah,
test.
maybe she didn't. Maybe it was her first time.
Yeah.
That
but-
would be truly disorienting.
Yeah, because she was shocked that she couldn't. I
So
can
she
tell
thought you were just a weirdo who was like
was
throwing
like,
her thing
yeah,
on the
I was
ground.
like, fuck you. Yeah. Like, no, but because it felt that way because she was so in shock. And then the second time I made it again, I did it again. And I think she was like, why would you do that again? Don't do it again. But it was a good time.
I would be
Yeah.
happy to get a new one, seeing that you went through the cup. I would secretly be happy to have one
Yeah.
that didn't go through the cup as well.
I don't know why I didn't just make a new one.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
just-
that's a great question. You should have. You probably should have.
It was one of those days where I was like, give me out. I don't know. I'm trying to get a
You're
Whopper.
a 16-year-old
Yeah,
kid.
I
I
defend
get
what
it.
you did.
No, but I started to tip them very half-ass.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I was taking it for granted,
Yeah.
maybe that doing that because I feel like some people were disappointed at how little I tipped it.
I
Yeah,
didn't even know.
right.
I didn't even realize it was a thing that they.
You have to do it.
That you are you supposed to do it?
It's company policy.
Oh my god! Is it
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, you did to do it. Yeah, to
That's-
prove that it's thick enough to withstand an upside down moment.
That's
I
very
love
funny.
it. I think it's I
I
love
know
that.
that.
they
I
do it.
know that you love it.
I think
You
it's
love
great.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun.
If they didn't do it, I'd be like, hey, can you do
Can
it?
you do it? What if
You in line with your fucking How to Train a Dragon crown.
What if it flipped out? What if it dropped?
I think I would get scared.
You would get
I
scared.
think I'd be like, ah,
And
Yeah.
just like the lady.
yeah, I think I would.
Yeah.
And do you think that you would ask for a new one, or do you think you would be running away?
I could see myself leaving.
Oh, you wouldn't wait for me to make another.
That'd be so weird. Like, what just happened?
Yeah, you're like that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy got scared and he left. Well, look, a blizzard is a billion times better than this treat. This is a small, fun treat.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay.
It's
like,
fine.
I don't know. I thought it was really half-assed. I looked up our buddy Matt Singer's Screen Crush article on eating How to Train Your Dragon menu just to see if there's any more context on the sundae. And I'll just read a little bit of his. Stock vanilla ice cream in a stock plastic cup with a stock drizzle of chocolate syrup and some cookie dust. What makes it a Viking sundae? I'm not even sure why they made the cookie topping green. I guess the Vikings island was sort of mossy. So again, it's the
All
same sort of thought process. Of like I
Yeah.
get but you're having to do that as a consumer of like what you're having to do work on their behalf
I know.
to justify the
I
connection.
can't believe you were right. Because when you were like, it's like dirt and grass, I was like, okay.
I didn't want to be right.
And you
Yeah.
are right.
You were right.
And I remember eating it being like, what is this shit on top of this? Like, I thought it was pepper or something. It looked like pepper. And then I was like, did someone drop pepper on this by accident? And did they give me a pepper? Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, did they give me a pepper one? And then I wanted to try it. So I tried it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, it's like crumbles, I think.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's green. Why is it green?
I
Why?
just to be honest with you.
Yeah.
If I went on any podcast in the world and I got an ice cream, and I was like, I think they spilled pepper on it. I would be like, hey, is there pepper on this? Like, what are you guys giving me?
I just
That's
ate
so
it.
kind of you to still eat the ice cream.
I was like, it's fine. I'll eat around the pepper. But then at one point, I was eating around the pepper, and then at one point, I was like, I'll try some of it. And then I had it. I was like, oh, it's not pepper.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And that's one of the better. I honestly think that was one of the better items. The strawberry lemonade and that. Oh, the mozzarella sticks you liked a lot.
It was the most.
It's funny. I think
it's
the
the
big,
most tenuous connection.
Yes.
To How to Train Your Dragon.
I think the big
But
letdown though is that the
tasted
Whopper
okay.
just is just kind of nothing. The Whopper, which is the star of the show, is just kind of a nothing. Oh, Wags. Summer is here.
Hope that song's in the public domain.
The one I just made up?
That's right, Mitch. Summer is here. More sun, more light, more time to do all the things that make summer so special. And the number one thing you don't want to be doing all summer, spending hours cooking inside.
That's right, Wags. I'd much rather be partying.
That's where Factor comes in. Factor's chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals are ready in just 2 minutes, taking the hassle out of eating well.
Wow. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any active lifestyle over summer and beyond. With 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your summer gains and goals. Choose from options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. Factor powers your day, sun up to sundown, with nutritious breakfasts, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, and guilt-free snacks and desserts. Factor has your whole day covered.
Sun up to sundown in the summertime, you know what I'm up to?
Now he's getting it.
All right.
Hey, welcome to the party, dude.
Enjoy more this summer. Get Factor if you want all the flavor and none of the fuss.
You know what, Wags? I love Factor. I've been eating Factor. You know what one of my favorite meals is? That roasted garlic chicken with pan gravy, some chive sour cream mashed potatoes, and garlic green beans. Mamma mia.
The meals are easy, nutritious, and nourishing. I like the ginger teriyaki salmon with roasted cabbage, forbidden rice, sesame green beans, and roasted onions.
Get started at factormeals.com/doughboys 50 off and use code doughboys 50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code doughboys 50 off at factormeals.com/doughboys 50 off for 50% off plus free shipping.
Factormeals.com/doughboys 50 off. Let's hit the slopes. We should get to our final thoughts on this particular LTO. So, Andrea, you've done the show before, but we'll each go around. We'll give our closing argument on the Burger King How to Train Your Dragon menu and end it by giving a score from 0 to 5 forks. We begin with our guests. Your thoughts, your fork score for the How to Train Your Dragon menu.
Okay, I believe it. Overall,
Yeah.
remarks on this, it's forgettable.
Yeah.
Forgettable. But I enjoy the colors, you know?
They're fun. They are
Colors
fun
are fun.
colors.
The
They're fun to
colors
look
are
at.
fun.
Mhm.
Not enough texture. I like the sundae. Could have used more chocolate. I mean, okay, everything was almost there,
Yeah.
but not quite.
Yeah.
And so I would maybe give it 2.5.
2.5
forks, 2 tines.
Yeah.
Right in the middle.
Are we judging this on How to Train Your Dragon meal?
If you want to give a Burger King fork score, canonically you can as well. But usually when we do these tie-in menus or these special limited time offerings, we will do a score for that particularly.
I think, all right, good. That's because now that changes that.
Yeah.
Really drastically changes my fork score.
Yeah.
It's one of these things that we do, and it's our first day back, Wag, seeing you. It doesn't even seem that long.
Well, it hasn't been that long.
It hasn't been that
Yeah.
long. It's one of those days where you do it and it's disappointing. And because we have a fun guest, we have a good conversation that saves everything. But like It's just like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? It's one of those situations of like, I should fall back on whatever, some other job and we shouldn't do the podcast anymore. We should pull we should do a Marin. We should pull a Marin and end all this.
God, what an inspiration from Marin.
Marin,
ending
the first
a
time
podcast.
you've inspired me is by ending your podcast.
I can do that. That's an option.
It's so nice to end the podcast and do whatever else. I don't know what else.
What are you going to do? What are we going to do?
We're not really equipped for anything. Bathroom attendants? I have no idea. I mean, we couldn't even do that. I do a bad job of it.
Yeah, that's a tough job.
You can't make the bathroom smell worse.
That's a great point. I honestly was just thinking I spend a lot of time in bathrooms. There's bathroom attendants that do great jobs, and I wouldn't do that. It would be a good place to work. You got distracted by Jimmy.
Jimmy got up to get some steps in.
A good bathroom attendant. Imagine if Headgum. Well, you know what? Speaking of underwear or a blanket or underwear that can conceal smell or sound, you can't even get that here at the Headgum because you can hear everything that happens in the fucking bathroom when you're in the fucking bathroom.
The Headgum Echo toilet.
The Echo toilet drives me nuts. What's she doing today?
Your face.
You.
It's just one of those things that you're like, this isn't fun. This is no fun. And do kids think this is fun? I can't. It's not big enough. I feel like I guess maybe if they saw an orange burger, but like kids don't eat Whoppers.
No.
That's the other issue is that it's
too big for them.
It's too big for a fucking kid.
Yeah.
It's gigantic.
So for that reason, for the tie-in, God, 1.5 forks.
Wow.
I mean, not that great. Oh, damn. The mozzarella sticks maybe move it. And they were spicy. There was something there.
Yeah.
So maybe that moves up to 2. So
Okay.
we were 2. You're 2
I was
forks?
2.5, but I feel like I'm being generous.
Two, somewhere in the 2 to 2.5 range is fair. So I'll go 2 forks.
You go 2 forks.
For Burger King itself, Wags, I don't know. We've gone all around. We've gone all over the place. We've said BK is back.
BK is back.
I think in my experiences in the city, with the city Burger Kings, I think that they haven't been great. And like I said, the Glendale test, the Burbank test.
You're talking about going to like the LA's exurbs, where you're more likely to get a better individual franchise.
We were saying, it's that sort of thing of like, it's funny to think of the Burbank Burger King being more mom and pop or whatever. Mom and pop. But the one that I went to, the 2 I visited in this last week were bad, and I'm going to go 3.75 forks out of the Golden Plate Club for me.
For Burger King.
Yeah.
In general, yeah.
I think Burger King might still be a 4-forker for me overall, like at large. Mm-hmm. First off, I like that they have maintained the Impossible Whopper as a staple of their menu. When so many of these other chains have completely discontinued their Beyond or Impossible or meat alternative options. Burger King is like, no, the Impossible Whopper is here to stay. And I also think
I do like that.
It's the best one of the fake meat, like fast food burgers. The Impossible Whopper is a Whopper. It absolutely gives me, what I want from that menu item, just with less meat. A little bit of an annoyance, and it's certainly a thing that I checked out with this one, and it persists with Burger King's app. You can't substitute an Impossible Whopper patty on other sandwiches. You can do it in store. You can ask them to do it, but you can't on the app say, like, make me the Dragon Flame Grilled Whopper without the bacon and with an Impossible patty. So I could, because, I just don't feel like eating the beef. I don't need it. But you're not allowed to do that. So that's a little bit of an annoyance. That would be a nice thing for them to rectify. But I like that Burger King maintains the existence of the Impossible Whopper. The Dragon Flame Grilled Whopper I thought was pretty disappointing. It doesn't seem to add anything. And actually, I would say this is the varietal test we end up with, Mitch, where it's like, is this fancy new Oreo, is the red velvet Oreo better than the default Oreo? And if it's not, it's like it feels like a little bit of a missed opportunity. That's certainly the case here. It's like this could be an improvement on the default Whopper, but it's not. It's actually like they added more components and degraded its overall quality. The Fire Dragon mozzarella fries I thought were delicious. I thought they were delightful. They were a lot of fun. They were on point. They were on brand.
Spicy.
They were spicy. You know, I'm something of a heat seeker, and they absolutely hit in that regard. The sauce was great. Soaring strawberry lemonade, yummy. I didn't have very much of it, but it's a good execution of it. Vikings chocolate sundae. I mean, I'm going to echo something that you said, and I'm going to sound like Tim Bontemps on Hoop Collective. What are we doing here? Like, why is this one on like a part of this menu? I guess they just want to have a sweet treat for kids, but it just has no tie into anything. There's zero effort exerted on that particular menu item. But here's the thing that's going to make my fork score a little bit higher than both of yours.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's the thing that is sitting on all of our heads, making me look like Professor Dipshit. I think the coup de grace, the little bit of the cherry on top of the How to Train Your Dragon Burger King menu is the existence of the How to Train Your Dragon crown. And if I'm a kid and I'm going to Burger King and I'm getting this crown with some horns on it, I'm having a great time. I don't even give a fuck what I'm eating. And that to me pluses up the overall menu so much that I'm going to give this 3 forks.
Wow. The crown came through.
All right.
Can I say one last thing? I got halvesies, which is half onion rings and half fries. And I just want to say that the integration of the fries and onion rings is not well done. They throw like 3 onion rings on top of the fries.
You have some issues with integration in general.
Jesus Christ. Also, I do want to say this. When I said a fallback career for us as bathroom attendants, it's because we spend time in bathrooms.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Not that would be good to. I want to give a shout out to bathroom attendants in general.
It's a tough job.
Because it's a tough job, and I was not speaking down about it, and I feel like I just wanted to rectify this for a second.
You're an ally of the working class.
I'm a fan of the working class, but also there's been numerous occasions where the bathroom attendant has saved my ass, and we've talked about this before. We were at a wrestling show. And let's just say I was having tummy troubles.
The restroom attendant at an indie wrestling show. I have never worked a job that hard in my life.
Oh my god, I can't imagine
Can you
worse. Fucking yes, the people. There was like a bunch of guys who
the fattest, smelliest guys all going in there.
Oh, I was about to say a bunch of guys who looked like me. So. But I was having trouble, and the guy knew it, and he hooked me up so much. He was great. He was doing a lot of different things. That's all I'll say.
Oh.
Okay. Now you made it sound a little sexual.
I mean, he didn't wipe me or anything. He was doing a lot of stuff.
I got you, bro. Get up on the table.
He was like watching out for me and being like, "Hey, there's someone in there," and I was like constantly flushing anyways because that's what I was doing. But he was like spraying some stuff. He was like he was like on top of stuff.
Yeah, I've been saved by bathroom attendant. They give me gum and stuff.
Yeah,
when I had, I think, a lot of onion.
Yeah. That's huge too.
They gave me gum.
There was candies in there, which I guess the gum is the better route.
Yeah.
Than candy or whatever from the bathroom.
Probably the move. Where would you put onion on like your vegetable and fruit rankings?
Onion.
Up there for me.
You put it towards the top.
I love onion.
Yeah, maybe like 5.
5, okay.
Yeah.
All right, we don't have time to get into what 1 through 4 are.
Hey, that was our review of the Burger King How to Train Your Dragon menu. It's time for a segment. I've got a mystery pie, and Mitch and Andrea must divine a series of clues to ID this sweet treat. The winner gets the pie. The loser goes home empty-stomached. Wow. This is Pie in the Sky. Wow. I started eating pie. Which one is in the sky? Baked a pastry that was tasty, but a mystery which kind? And Andrea and Mitch were giving it their best try. Guessing this will be the type of this pie. This will be the type of this pie. Okay, so the clues go from more obscure to more obvious.
You should have seen our face when you finished the song. Come on.
I'm like, oh.
So that the clues start off more obscure, and as we progress, they get more
It's a stupid show. You remember from last time. It's a bad show.
You have 2 lifelines. The smell test, which you can smell the mystery pie, and ask Emma. You can ask Emma if she has an opinion. And Andrea, as our guest, you get to go first or second.
I'll go first. Wait.
Good choice.
You have long COVID though. Does that affect
the smell test? I know it's not fair.
Smell?
Luckily my smell has not been affected, but That is a good point.
Yeah.
I should be able to put my fingers in the pie, I feel like, Wags.
Yeah, I think you should.
Wait, fingers in the pie?
I think I should be able to
Instead
feel
of
the
smell
pie
test?
instead of
Feel
smell
the
test.
All right, Mitch can
texture.
touch the pie.
Okay, all right, good. All right, perfect.
Okay. But then I feel like you're claiming it because you're not going to want to eat it afterwards.
No, I don't think that's necessarily true. I
Here's
think
a
just
piece
my
of
fingers in
pie
it, you can
stuck
still,
in my
you can
Yeah.
still have it.
All right, Andrea, wait, are you going first or second?
I'll go first.
You'll go first. Okay. First clue. This sweet pie was made possible by Lorenzo Dough Baker, a sea captain who brought its main ingredient from Jamaica to Boston in the late 1800s. Kind of a crazy to be like a part of pie history and have the last name Dough Baker.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Wild. Maybe
Is
it's
that
said, maybe it's
real?
pronounced. It's spelled D-O-W. Maybe it's pronounced Dow.
Yeah.
Lorenzo.
Wait.
This sweet pie was made possible by Lorenzo, a sea captain who brought its main ingredient from Jamaica to Boston in the late 1800s.
Wait, I'm going first by answering that?
Yes, if you have a guess.
You're,
Maybe I'll
you're trying to
guess.
guess the pie.
You're trying to guess
Okay.
the mystery pie.
Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Is that what kind of person is that?
Lorenzo Dow Baker or Dough Baker. I can.
Is that
I'm not.
Spanish?
I'm not sure. I think I would guess
think
the last
he's
name.
American.
He was American. Okay.
Okay. Oh, he brought this fruit.
To Boston.
to
Main
Boston.
ingredient from it just says main ingredient from Jamaica to Boston in the late 1800s.
Jamaica to Boston. Jamaica.
I have thoughts of what it is.
Maybe I have no clue in my head.
You can take any guess or you can pass, or you also have your two lifelines: the smell test and ask Emma.
There's rounds. So
There's
like,
rounds.
Oh,
You have
okay.
more rounds. So just
So
the
he's going
clues
to ask me a
alternate.
question that's easier next, and then you a question that's easier
See.
after that. Yeah.
Okay, can I do smell?
Yes. All right. Andrea is invoking the smell test lifeline. Emma is walking over a paper bag with
Thank
this mystery
you.
pie. Yeah, I wonder how much we'll be able to get a whiff. Okay, so the pie
I don't
is
know if
open
anyone's
inside the
ever
container.
done the smell test.
Really?
before. Yeah.
We've invoked the smell test.
It just smells like sugar.
Just smells like sugar.
Apple.
It's not apple pie.
That was my guess.
That's
It's not
I
apple
mean,
pie.
right now in my head, I was like, is this like some sort of like upside down pineapple pie or something? But that's a cake though too. It's upside down pineapple cake.
Mm-hmm.
My thought is that it's some sort of rum pie. But go ahead, Wags, with the
All
second.
right, the next
hint.
clue.
Yeah.
Walt Disney once said, "I function better when things are going badly than when they're as smooth as this essential topping for this sweet pie."
Smooth as this for this a silk pie. I don't. That's the smooth as silk. Smooth as. I don't know. That's
Candy.
smooth. Yeah. I
I don't know.
I mean, my first thought with Jamaica to Boston is it's some sort of rum pie or
Yeah, pineapple.
pineapple rum pie. I don't know if that's even a thing, but I do want to guess it because
Sounds
that's like
good.
it does sound good. I don't know. I mean, Emma, I'm gonna say that. Emma, what do you think it is? Do you know what it is? You don't know what it is.
I do know what it is. I think in the past I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, so if
but-
Emma knows what it
All
is,
right,
then
well
maybe
then.
that taints
All right, well
the
then
Ask
that's
Emma
gone.
lifeline. How about
I
this?
was gonna
Emma,
say you're on the right track with a fruit.
Yeah. Okay.
okay, you know what,
Ah.
that actually works as a vague clue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say pineapple pie. I don't know, but that's. Oh,
Are you staying with pineapple pie or are you going to
coconut cream pie.
It's not coconut cream pie.
Okay.
Oh.
Andrea, the next clue goes to you.
Okay.
This sweet pie is quite appealing. And if you make one, you'll be doing some appealing.
Appeal.
That's why you go first, by the way, because the third question is insane, or the third clue is fucking insane.
Yeah. Is it banana?
Andrea, you have one pie in the sky. It is banana cream pie.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you.
I actually am sad. I want that pie so bad.
Please. I'll share the pie.
Oh, wow. What a nice gesture.
That is a
Yeah.
nice gesture.
Let's share the pie.
I would love to share the pie as we take. This is great, Wags. Does Wags get some or just you and I?
No.
Thank you.
No,
Thank
of
you. Sorry,
course.
thank you.
Let's do a 3 share.
Wow.
Where's
Classic
this,
3
Wags,
share.
where's this pie from?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Coconut
Hold on,
coconut
just drop some
cream
cream on your
pie.
jeans.
You were,
Oh,
banana
go.
cream, you were close. I get it. A tropical fruit.
It's very
There you
good.
go, Wags.
This is from
Thanks, Maddie.
House of Pies in Los Feliz.
I like House of Pies.
Classic pie. Get a little crust in here.
House of Pies, obviously, like a people will call it like a roach coach sort of place for. I'm not saying that about the pie. In fact, sorry, I fucked up here. The people call it a roach coach because it's like just like a shitty diner. Oh, this is like a full piece of banana.
Yeah.
It's like a a shitty diner, but if you're in the mood for a dessert and you swing by House of Pies and get yourself a slice of pie, they have great pies there.
Yeah,
They
you'll be
still-
sitting pretty.
Yeah.
Classic sort of pie joint.
You definitely
I've
go
never
for the
had
pie,
House
not,
of Pie.
Yeah, you go for the pie, not the rest of the menu.
I gotta
Um,
say this. That is very good, but they should have mushed up the banana more.
Yeah, it's a whole banana.
It's a
I-
whole banana,
I like the banana slices.
but it's like a whole banana.
No, it's like
Wait,
a.
what?
It's like a.
It's like a
There's
full-
like a
Like an
tube in there?
Like, look, it's a
banana?
tube.
it's a banana tube.
Oh, that's kind of a half-assed execution.
Yeah.
Should at least slice it.
They make a good like a chocolate, like a mud pie there. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Can I read my next clue? Because I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Overheard at the yellow fruit orgy. Finishing me. I want you to blank pie me.
That's funny.
That's pretty good.
Now hold on. There's a few things here.
It's
The yellow
crazy.
fruit.
Clue number 3 was so insanely just what it was.
Yeah.
And also she said banana and didn't even say banana cream, and you still just gave it to her.
Close enough.
What other banana
I
pies are
meant
there?
banana cream. I meant that.
It's still
Banana
pretty
cream pie me.
good. Yeah, no,
Pretty
I got the last part of it.
It's
The
so
last one.
crazy.
The main ingredient in this pie could perhaps be a minion's favorite thing to say. Banana.
I love that.
Yeah.
Banana.
Do you think we would have gotten to that clue?
We might have. Hey, just like a restaurant value feedback, let's open up the feedback. Today's email is from Mary from West Virginia. Mary writes, I became a vegetarian in high school essentially because someone said they didn't think I could do it, and I had to prove them wrong. If someone doubted your resolve, what food would you give up out of spite? Thanks for all the laughs. P.S. I was at your Boston show and I laughed so hard during Let Me Be Frank, my favorite segment, that I cried. P.P.S. If this gets read before June 10th, my husband Matt, who introduced me to Doughboys, will be on Jeopardy, so I want to plug his
Holy
episode for
shit.
everyone. Wow.
Wow.
Doughboys,
That rules.
Doughboys a Jeopardy clue
Yes.
in recent years, and Matt, a Doughboys fan on Jeopardy, a Jeopardy contestant. So good luck to you, Matt. And P.P.S.
This won't air before June 10th, though, will it?
It will be out next Thursday.
So it will. He's
It
gonna
might
be on
just-
Jeopardy. He's gonna be on Jeopardy tomorrow. Oh wait, well, he's on Jeopardy tonight.
Well, he was on Jeopardy tonight,
No, he
possibly.
was on Jeopardy 2 nights ago.
He was on Jeopardy 2 nights ago. Check out that episode.
Shit.
PPS for Mitch.
Mhm.
This is my cat Marie, and let me bring up this pic of Marie
Ooh,
here.
I'd love to see Marie.
But while we are doing this, do we have a thought of like, hey, if I was going to give up a food for spite, like someone thinks I couldn't do it, and I'm going
That's
to give it
funny.
up, what would we pick?
That, by the way, still good. That pie.
It's
It's
very
still
good.
it
Yeah,
still
it's
was
still
really good. Give up a food for spite.
So as in like, I love it, and people would doubt that I could do it.
Yes, the prompt was this person Mary became a vegetarian because someone they knew said they think they couldn't do it. They didn't think they could do it.
Mm.
So it's like I'll prove you wrong.
I think for me, oh god,
There's Marie if you want to look at that cat.
Oh,
very cute cat, Marie.
that's cute.
Andrew, are you a cat a friend of cats at all?
Kind of.
Yeah.
I've never had a cat,
Yeah.
but I think they're fine with me.
All right, well there you go.
Yeah, they're okay with me.
They're usually they won't in my experience, cats won't Wally and Irma are a little afraid of men, but women they're fine with. If you're not like an aggressive person, a cat will like you usually.
Okay. Yeah.
But some of them can have tudes. A lot of cats can have tudes. I think that I couldn't give up pizza. That's like one I couldn't. I'm thinking of things I couldn't give up.
So if I'm like, Mitch, you could never give up pizza.
Yeah, but you're right.
Wow. You wouldn't call my bluff.
No, I'd be like, you're right. I can't.
You're right.
I think for me,
You're such a weak man. You could never give up pizza.
You're right, Wags. I can't. That would be the answer.
You're right.
My thing is like, what is the thing that I like so much that I could still give it up? But then does that mean that you don't like it as much? And this is
interesting because I didn't eat meat for an entire year. That was not to prove a point. I mean, I guess it was kind of to prove a point to myself.
I mean, I was kind of being like, you can't fucking do that, and then you did. So it was maybe a little bit of spite.
But I'm trying to think, like,
I could do that for like a month or. I wonder how long I could go without meat. I could go for maybe a little while.
But this sounds like Mary. This became a vegetarian. Like this has become a permanent life choice. And basically because of a dare. Like, is there anything you can commit to on that level?
My answer's no.
No.
If someone was like, no Doritos for you, I'm like, I love Doritos. I want to eat them all the time. And if it was like, I don't think I could go 5 months without eating Doritos. I just don't think I could. It's like one of the things when I get a sandwich, I want a bag of Doritos. That's just what I do.
Do you remember what you sacrificed when we did my sacrifice?
I think I sacrificed a specific brand of Dorito.
Reese's? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was almonds.
I mean, that's fucking easy.
Almonds?
Easy.
Yeah.
And then I think like Snickers bar or something. We gave up some sort of candy.
Yeah.
I forget. We haven't done it at my sacrifice in a while. Maybe we'll do it this year.
Yeah.
And we should set a term. It would be interesting if we did it for like a month and we did no meat or whatever. I think for me, a thing that I like genuinely love and could go, and it's I think a part of being older is like fried food.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, I'm like, do Doritos count though? Because they are fried chips.
I think they do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fried.
Or are they baked?
Yeah, you could do baked chips.
Baked chips. I think if someone was like, you can for spite, but again, this is like a short term thing.
Doritos are both baked and fried.
Oh,
They're baked first and then fried.
Yeah.
Maybe French fries themselves then. How's that?
Give up fries. I like that answer.
Yeah.
You couldn't give up fries.
Yeah, well,
You're pathetic.
I could. Yeah, no, are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm pathetic, but I could give up fries.
I guess you'll show me.
There we go, and then I would do it.
Okay.
How long are we talking about? Forever? Oh, no, fuck that. That's just stupid. I don't want to give up everything for anything forever.
We were talking. Yeah, I was thinking through like things I couldn't give up, and I honestly think it would be like as much as I like burgers, I think it'd be tougher for me to just like permanently give up hot dogs. Because just sometimes I just like specifically want a hot dog. Like I feel like I just have such a maybe it's because it's like I have a childhood association with it, but there's sometimes like, fuck, I really want a hot dog right now.
I could give up hot dogs for a year.
Yeah, me too.
I give up hot dogs for a year. Yeah, I mean, I absolutely could do that.
Could you give up burgers for a year? I could not.
Yeah, I could.
No, I couldn't.
I couldn't give up a burger for a year.
I could
Pizza and burgers, I couldn't give up.
But I'm thinking like what would you test me with?
Water.
I couldn't give up water.
I know.
I couldn't give up water.
Ice cream.
Would die.
Ice cream. I think that's a good answer.
Coffee's a good one.
Ice cream is a great answer for him.
Ice cream.
Here's the thing about coffee, though. It would be tough for me to give up coffee, but I do think that's the kind of thing was like I could make it a health argument for that. It was just like I'm giving up caffeine, so I'll start to feel. Yeah,
I know one for you too. Milk.
Milk is tricky. Ice cream, I think, is a good answer because I think ice cream is a genuine challenge for me. It is my number one dessert, and I think if I was like going to prove someone that I could go without ice cream,
give up ice cream, you pathetic little fuck.
I'll show you, Mitch. I'll give up ice cream. I'll never eat ice cream again.
That's not true. You can't do it.
Whoa.
Now I want to do it. Now maybe I'll never eat ice cream again because of this.
You have so little joy in your life. Why are you going to give up ice cream?
Maybe I'll do it.
Whoa.
You know what? Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I'm just thinking of your lovely wife.
You can't go get an ice cream on your way home.
you and your life. That's also a good call. You and your lovely wife like to get ice cream together.
Oh, that's nice.
It is nice.
And I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, what can she enjoy doing with this man anymore? I have no idea. You go to movies together and you get ice cream.
Yeah.
These are some of the.
Nice
I'm just.
activity.
They are nice.
Those are
activities.
nice activities. Why would you?
Yeah,
You
don't
can't
give it
up.
up.
You can't give up ice cream.
I don't think she'd be bothered that much. She'd be all right with it.
She'd be like, whatever, and be eating a huge sundae right in front of her.
I mean, it wouldn't affect her. I'm sure, but wouldn't you be sad? You have what things do you enjoy? Not the show.
Not the show. I do like watching movies.
Yeah.
I like playing video games.
Could you give up movies?
That's crazy.
To what end?
Yeah, why?
Why would I do that?
I'm just saying. Could you give up movies?
Give up
movies. You couldn't give up movies, you pathetic little fuck. Could you give them up?
Probably couldn't. I don't think I could. I think I even I'm just thinking that like what a big hole in my life that would be if I even just what a year without movies. Like, why would I do that? Can you imagine?
It would suck.
It'd be a
Yeah,
bummer.
people would be like, I just watched this, and then you'd be like, oh, what's that?
Yeah, it's like I'm not watching movies right now.
And they're like,
Does
why?
Does movies trump that's my question is like, would you rather give up pizza and burgers?
Let's just throw jacking off in there.
Fine,
So
jacking off.
would you rather
Jacking
give
off.
up jacking off
Ooh,
than
jacking off
blank?
is way up there.
Would you, if someone was like, you have to give up Doritos or movies, what would you pick?
I would give up Doritos.
I give up Doritos too.
I mean, it would be so hard for me, but I'm like, what food? I give up jacking off before movies.
What?
I think I would also give up jacking off.
I think I would give it up
Before
jacking off.
movies?
Yeah,
And then some days I'd wake up in the morning and be like, ooh, something happened last night. You know what I mean? Like, then you
the return of wet dreams.
the wet dreams come back.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe
And then-
Is that
magic.
cheating?
Nocturnal discharge.
No, that's
you
not.
can't.
Oh,
you
that's
can't
not
control
cheating?
that.
You can't control
Okay,
that.
fair.
Magical things start happening.
Yes. But that,
You might get powers.
also when I'm I'm like very clear. And,
I think also we got to get some loads out. You just got to become a fuck machine.
Yeah. That's power.
well, that ain't happening either. When you're 40, you get it. When you get older, there can be time that you go without doing that, and it's fine.
Sure.
I would genuinely give up jacking off before giving up movies.
It would be easier for me to do No Nut November than
No movie
No
November.
movie November.
Yes.
Wow.
I think so.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
think so.
Interesting.
I agreed. And then also I just would cheat anyways. So who cares?
And jack off.
Yeah, just jack off.
You
I'd
would
be like, I'm doing really well. I'm not doing it.
You're like getting other people to jack you off.
Yeah. You can't prove.
Yeah, you
That
can't
you're
prove
not
it. Yeah, you can't
jacking
prove
off.
shit. You can take you can check my sperm levels.
Yeah,
You're
what
not
if they
gonna
check
know.
your sperm level?
Then I'd be like, I have low sperm levels. Which is probably true
They
anyways.
got lower when you stopped jerking off.
I do to your question. I like watching movies. I like playing video games. I like reading. I love walking. I like working out. I like
Video games,
I
I
like
could-
basketball.
If you were like Doritos or video games for the year, I probably would give up video games.
I give it Doritos. That's easy for me.
No.
Yeah.
See, there's no for movies. There's maybe no food that would top it. Pizza is probably the closest to a thing that I would maybe. I couldn't give up movies though. I would just have to stop eating pizza for the year, and I'd be pissed because I love pizza. But I think movies I couldn't give up. Video games I could get. I didn't play video games basically last year.
What if we went beyond? That's wild to me. But
Yeah.
actually, I think that is maybe good for you, just because I know you get very obsessive with video games.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah, me
understand why you
too.
did that.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of a Balatro run right now. I stopped to do the
Amelia
episode.
got you back on it, and that's
Yeah.
not good. It's not a good thing.
I didn't need to do anything to get him back on.
Yeah, actually,
by the way.
He just did it. He did do it himself, basically.
You told me you were playing Balatro, like you're little Balatro.
No, you asked me if I was, and I said no, and then you started playing again.
I still think
and
you
then
share
you
some
texted
responsibility
and you
for
blamed
it.
her for
Yeah, I
getting
think
you
it's your
back
fault.
on it.
That's funny. Yeah. She
I'm
got
gonna
me
start
on it.
again too.
Andrea, like going back to the food side of the prompt, is there a food that, like, again, someone could challenge you to give up that just purely out of spite, purely to prove a point, you would give up?
I can do it. I can do dessert.
Dessert in general.
Yeah,
It's all out
Wow.
the window.
I can do it.
You're not just picking a food stuff, you're picking a category.
Yeah.
You just
Wow.
very much enjoyed that banana cream pie.
I love dessert, and sometimes I'll have a meal just to have dessert, but I
Mhm.
can do it, I think.
Wow.
No donuts?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No sweet treats.
I think I could do it. Wait, forever?
I think that's what the question is.
Who gives up anything forever?
Yeah, that's
Mary,
crazy.
apparently, from West Virginia.
Vegans, vegetarians.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Monks.
They come back around
Yeah.
sometimes too, though.
Yeah.
I could, man, don't you ever think about just being a monk?
No.
I think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
It just feels like there's something to having such a simple, regimented life.
I get
Yeah.
that.
You just
Feels
give
like
up everything.
serene and tranquil.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
want anything.
When you want like AC and stuff like that, I don't know.
You just get used to not having it.
And
Wait,
guess
I
what?
think they can have AC.
Can they have AC?
I think they can have. I've seen
Can
monks
monks-
with phones.
Can monks watch movies? That was my question.
I think monks
I
can
think a
watch
monk
movies.
can watch a movie.
All right,
I
then
think the
fine.
main point of monk is like living in a temple and meditating a lot.
Yeah.
And
That sounds nice.
Shaving your head and sweeping.
I think giving up like material things for the most.
But
Like
they have
desire,
phones.
But like I don't think they desire for material things.
I just
Like,
don't want it.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
They need it, but they don't need it.
Then that is desirable. I feel like.
Yeah.
I would, I would
Simple.
like that,
How much
yeah.
do you get paid for a monk?
I don't think you get paid.
What's the salary? How high can I go on the monk hierarchy?
If you have a question or comment about the world of chain restaurants, you can email us at feedbag@birdfuck.com or leave us a voicemail 830-GO-TO. That's 830-463-6844. Our producer is Emma Erdbrink. Our associate producer is Amelia Marino. Our supervising video producer, Casey Donahue. Our video editor, Mike Dorfman. Doughboys Apparel, merchandise at kinshipgoods.com/Doughboys, and the Doughboys Double Our Weekly Bonus episode over at patreon.com/Doughboys. Andrea Jin, the podcast is the Baby Goat Podcast. Tell everyone about it and anything else you'd like to plug. And thanks so much for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, thank you for being here.
I just follow me online. I'll post food.
There you
I
go.
post food. Oh my God, I had a really good peanut butter jelly sandwich last night at Cantor's.
Oh, wait, that's what you got at Cantor's?
Yeah.
That's so funny because you said Cantor's had really fallen. I had no idea you got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
The food
there.
was great.
Wait,
yeah.
the food was good?
Yeah, well, because I got a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I ordered two. I had two.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't
Peanut
the
butter
whole
jelly
story that
sandwich.
Cantor's had was in pretty bad shape?
In that it's not well attended. But I had a great time.
Gotcha,
with
gotcha,
peanut
yeah.
butter jelly sandwich.
What kind of bread did you get it on?
Egg bread,
Okay, two peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on egg bread?
Yeah.
To get a side?
chips,
Two sides of chips or just one side?
two sides of chips. But I didn't finish the chips.
Right. So you had you're like, I want two meals.
I
Both
had the
peanut butter-
first one.
Yeah.
And it was ordered by someone else, my friend, and then I took half of his. And I was like, oh, this is so good. And I got another one and I ate the whole of that one. And he was like, I thought you were going to give me the other half because you took my half. I said, no, I ordered, that was for me. The second one was for me. You could have ordered another one.
So you didn't order anything? You had your friend shared their meal with you.
I
You had
had a-
half of it. And
I had a
then-
matzo ball soup on
Okay.
my own.
Got it.
And then he ordered a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
I'd be so mad at you. This is insane. I would get so mad at you
No, but
if you took half my sandwich and then you ordered another one and didn't give me the other half of it.
But that was for me. I ordered it for myself.
Yeah, no, I know.
I follow
But he
your logic.
ordered his sandwich for himself.
But
did
I
he
wanted his half.
Sure.
Did he offer it to you or did you ask for it?
I asked for it. I was like, ooh, can I have half?
Wait, no, this is insane.
I was like, ooh, can I have I was like, ooh, that looks so good. Can I
Yeah.
have half of that?
And he said
And
yes.
he's like, of course you can have half of it. And then I had half and I was like, oh, it's so good. Give me another one. And I ate both of the other ones. And he looked on the plate. He's like, I thought you were going to leave me the other half.
Yes, that's the most normal
I would have assumed that too,
response.
actually. in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
case.
All right, well.
But did you post a picture of this peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Wait, I'll show you.
Do you ever do the thing? I used to love doing this as a kid. I can't really do peanut butter anymore, but when I have a PB&J,
Look at
I
this.
would throw.
Yeah,
That does look quite toothsome.
That looks good.
that's a good one.
That looks good as hell.
I get some chips on the side. I'll throw those chips inside that PB&J.
Yes.
A little bit of
You
crunch.
put it
I never
in
did
with the
that.
crunch.
I
Lot of
don't,
fun.
I don't mix it up like that. It's too much for me.
Great texture.
I like
Mm,
it.
I don't like it.
Anyway, oh yeah, follow me online. I'll post peanut butter jelly sandwich that I hoarded. And yeah, Andrea Jin. Oh yeah, my podcast is just we're talking about stuff.
Awesome.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's what this is too.
That's all this is.
Talking about
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you
Thanks
for
for coming
doing
back.
it.
Hey,
No, you go. I was gonna wrap it up. I
no,
thought
wrap it
was
up. Yeah, why not?
Well, that about does it for today's episode. I hope you all had a good time. Check us out next time on the Doughboys podcast. Good night, everyone.
Who's this guy?
See ya. Bye.
That was a Headgum podcast.